Hello, listeners. Welcome back to another fun episode of Crit and Fumble.
Fun for some people,
fun
less
for me,
fun for
the
others.
Dungeon Masters. I hope you enjoyed the last episode. I did totally not expect a TPK
to kill everyone.
How's everybody feeling about that?
I did not expect it, you know.
Yeah, I was
bound to
joking
happen.
in Slack when I was like, "Hey, this will be fun, TPK." I was like, I didn't actually expect it to be a TPK.
Well, we might have done it to ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, we totally
playing
did it to
level 1
ourselves.
characters like we're not level 1 characters.
Well, and actually, I think there's some housekeeping to do there. So first of all, Dwayne didn't have his armor on.
No armor.
As far as stats, not in character. It's just like his character sheet was technically wrong. So you were at 11 AC. So like a fly was hitting you.
Right.
Yeah. But it's 16 now.
Yeah.
But I also
made
made some oopsies as well. So one of them was I told you to roll the I forgot her name, Maureen, I think. Anyway, the barmaid had helped you and gave you a healing potion,
Right.
and only gave you 1d4. It's 2d4 plus 2.
Oh my
So you
God.
should have had more healing.
that'll
But
change the game.
that,
right
that
there.
was yeah.
I also was not supposed to roll a d6 plus mod for that punch.
I was wondering about that. I
Yeah.
was like, what the? Like,
It's like
what
a
is her
hardcore pitch.
class? Like, why is she punching so hard?
Oh.
Yeah, it's your strength modifier plus 1. So
Yeah.
she would have hit you for 3.
Okay.
I think we should start every episode with all the mistakes that Gavin made from the last one.
Oh, that sounds fun. It's a way to learn.
I'll be able to sleep this week knowing for sure that it wasn't me that fucked up so poorly.
I mean, this game has a lot of rules.
It
Like,
does,
there's
yeah.
so many
Well,
rules.
and we were so out of practice, it was ridiculous.
We
hadn't
also
played it
figured out
once.
that the opportunity attack does have to be a melee attack, can't be a spell, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bree called me out on that. That was perfect. Thank you for doing that. So listeners, that is true. Opportunity attacks. If someone's like
Sorry.
passing you or whatever.
You said it was true. I would really like you to say that Bree was right.
That's nice.
So we've been playing D&D for 2 years, 3 years,
Bree was right. Almost 3
Yeah,
years
almost
now.
and we just learning the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not very good
Yeah.
at the rules.
We're
But that's
also
There
not
are literally
super sticklers.
Yeah, we're-
multiple
yeah.
books full of rules for this game. Like, there's a lot of rules.
well, then you got to read them though. That's the problem.
No, just learn as you go.
I do own them.
Learn as you go is fun.
I know.
Yeah, I
but
own a lot. Jess is my wife. Jess is like, do you ever open those books? I was like, sometimes.
They have such good art in them, though.
They do.
It
Yeah.
looks so nice on the shelf.
The pictures are good.
Anyway, I guess we should go around the table. I know you've probably already listened to episode 1 and know who we are, but I like doing the intros just because it reminds everybody sort of what your voices are. Maybe say your name and then also your character name. Because when I listen to other podcasts, I often go back, have to go back and be like, oh, what was that character's name? Like, I can understand his or her voice, but I'm like, I can't tie the two together. So anyway, let's start to my left.
Hi, I'm Tash. I'm playing Mog, who is a swift stride shifter aberrant mind sorcerer.
Cool. Kitty cat. I think last episode we all did like meow like 4 times. This is going to be like a recurring. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Brienne, and I'm playing Calliope Dervish, the Tiefling Fighter.
And I'm Neil playing Obsidian, who is a moon elf mastermind rogue.
Cool.
And I'm Dwayne, and I'm trying to remember what the hell I was. My name is.
You're a half orc.
We're super
That's
serious
right.
about
That's
this.
right.
You're green.
So I'm green. It's Roho RNQ,
Mhm.
and he is a half orc. So yes, he's green, and he's a soldier. Oh, but he's a paladin too. Right?
Paladin soldier.
Paladin
Paladin
soldier.
soldier.
And aesthetically, he's a big green Brendan
Fraser.
Hunk.
Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser?
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, yeah.
Fraser.
Oh.
AKA he's the heartthrob of the season.
With wobbly nipples.
Wobbly nipple. And I am Gavin, your dungeon master for this campaign. And I am really excited to get this episode started.
Oh.
It's such a turn of events. That's my favorite thing about D&D is like you read through the module and you're like, okay, I got it. You know, they're probably going to go here. And then everything just goes out the window. Anyway, let's start with some intro music. Watch your ears because it's really loud. I mean, our ears. Listener, you'll be fine.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, crit and fumble.
Can we, before we
So
start,
official.
can we please talk about the Beholder?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I think Neil had posted it on social media.
Yeah, I did.
On
It's
our Twitter?
It's on the Twitters.
Cool. We'll get on our Facebook later too. But my sister, so after the last episode had ended, and I said, you start waking up and you come face to face with this big eye, which you realize is a beholder that you're staring at. And I asked my sister, who's really good at crochet, she makes lots of little different things. I sent her this one on Etsy, and I was like, hey, do you think you could make this? I actually tried to buy the one on Etsy, but they said they wouldn't ship to Canada. And I was like, well, I tried to just give you $50 for your, creation. But anyway, I sent it to her and I was like, hey, could you make this? And I shit you not, 48 hours later, she gives me like this soup bowl size, amazing, in my opinion.
It looks so good.
It looks
good.
crazy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, if that was in a nerd store, like, a game
I would
store,
buy it, 100%.
they would sell them like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They're great.
It's gorgeous.
And
Anyway.
we're not trying to market it because she doesn't want to make them anymore.
No, she doesn't really want to. Yeah, it's a hobby. So maybe I'll convince her to make some, and we'll do like a fundraiser for like some charity or something. Be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be like a store or anything.
That's a big bowl of soup.
Big.
We're
No,
technically
yours
a
are just
charity, aren't
small.
we?
We're charity. We're charitable.
We need help.
Let me just get the music going. I'll turn it down so it doesn't blow our ears out. And then background music. Oh, yeah. Nice and dark.
That sounds
That's perfect.
ominous.
Atmospheric.
Is this the Hey You're Dead music?
It says it's town and city music. What kind of town are we in? Weird.
A
Spotify's
spooky one.
weird. Okay, it is making music. Like, started really loud and then didn't do anything. Okay. So, as you recall, last episode, you were fighting in this hideout that you had gone to. It was marked with a snake on the door, or a winged snake. And you had seen some crow-like creatures, which you later understood to be kenkus, and lost horribly to them, and saw each one of you kind of like slowly fall into unconsciousness and start waking up in kind of this fuzzy haze in front of this eye. And as your vision starts to come through and your other senses, you can tell that you're in a very dark room right now, and the air is thick. It's like heavy. It's like smoke, maybe cigar smoke or something like that. It kind of has like a stench to it. And in front of you is still this thing, and like you've been unconscious for a little bit, so you can imagine like your eyes are starting to try to like adjust to this darkness, to this thing in front of you, and all you hear is, "Yes, this is the very evil Xanathar. Fear me, or I will attack you with my eye thingies." And behind this voice that you hear, you just hear like a heavy boot step, like just like ominous, as it comes from behind you, and you can see this thing that's in front of you comes into vision now, and it looks more and more flat. And as you take in what it is, you realize that it's actually like a wood cutout almost of a beholder, which you would all recognize the picture of, but behind it is like these bony fingers and this like squirrely looking guy. He's got like slicked back hair, big bulgy eyes. It just looks psychotic. And he's like holding the thing and like trying to like force it in your guys' face and get like a reaction out of you. And then you hear this door behind you swing open and slam shut. And you hear this voice just, "What is going on in here? What are you doing to them?" I was just trying to wake them up, having a little bit of fun." "Well, it would seem playtime's over. Get out." And you see him stand up, and he just like kind of squirrely puts the thing. He's like, "Where did you get that thing?" "Well, I got it from the old Zablob shop, boss. I'm sorry. I was just trying to have a bit of fun."
Fucking Zoblob.
"You leave that here with me, but you get out." And he takes it. And this voice that you can hear now walks around in front of you, takes one of the chairs in the small room that you're in, spins it around so it's like, facing backwards, and he sits on it.
He's sitting like a cool teen in an 80s movie.
Exactly.
Oh.
And in front of you is a rather large figure, not huge, but very muscular, tough-looking fellow in all black. Everything on this guy's black. He's got black armor, it's studded. His hair's black. He's got black tattoos on his neck, and most notably is the winged black snake creatures just sort of like crawling around him. There's 3. And they're just sort of like perched up on him like a parrot almost, and they're just kind of like looking at you like trying to just like peck an eye out or something, but he's not close enough.
Oh.
You can see he's got a cigar in his fingers, and he leans back, looks at this weird-ass Zoblob cutout of Xanathar, takes a big draw on his cigar, blows it right in your face, and you go to say something, maybe, but you realize now, after all of this and your senses have come back, that you're actually tied up in these chairs, gagged. Can't say a whole lot, obviously. You can maybe muffle to him. But you're also basically stripped of everything other than, maybe your undergarments. So you're not naked, but you don't have any armor on. You don't have any of your equipment. You don't have any of your gear. Your hands are lashed, and your mouth is gagged. And he exhales, and he says, My. It would seem an interesting turn of events has happened here at my hideout. I suppose you should be able to consider yourselves lucky. My friend here behind me, and a figure steps out from the dark, all of which you would recognize as, especially Rojo, as Yagra, the half-orc woman that punched you by accident in the tavern there, the yawning portal.
Oh.
I find you in hideout. I find many of my men dead. I'm supposed to come back. We have some people I'm supposed to talk to, and yet all my men are dead, and I see you lying on the floor. I can only assume that you are with the other guild. I go to kill you, and yet Yagra here, much to my dismay, stops me and says that you might be able to help us. Well, not help. Maybe I question you for some information. So that's why we are here. She begs me to give you a few minutes because you are at the tavern helping her. I find that hard to believe that she would need any help, but nevertheless, we are here. So, I shall remove the gags, but I will say this. I would watch your tongues because I have very strong weapons and you do not. One slight wrong word and I will have no reason but to take your head off. Yes? I don't know what that means, but if you keep doing it, I will be the first to take your head off. Yes. Okay, please, if we could, and you just like hear these shuffling feet behind you, go and untie your gags. Now, what is the meaning of you being in hideout? Anybody, please, talk to me. And he just leans back and takes a drag on his cigar.
Kind sir, could you give us your name?
Yes, of course, it's Urstel.
Urstel?
Urstel, yes. May I have your names?
Of course, I am Obsidian at your service.
Well, you're not at my service yet, but you are before me. I thank you, Obsidian.
I'm Calliope.
Calliope, okay?
My mom and dad would call me Adelphonsus, but most people
Well,
that
I
know
don't give a
around
shit about your mom and dad. What the
would-
fuck is your name?
Mog.
Mog, okay.
Well, and they call me Rojo. It's sad for you, you do not know this.
No, I know Rojo, but it's a good name. Sounds strong.
That's right, Rojo.
Yes, you're a big boy, too. I like that.
Big Rojo.
Big Rojo. So, tell me, why are you in hideout?
Well, we saw a dead body outside of your hideout, and we thought to come to the aid of what clearly was a robbery gone wrong.
I see. So you saw men outside. You decided to come in. And what did you see when you arrived?
Well,
We saw
not
big
much. We were
kinku.
immediately assaulted as soon as we entered.
Bird.
Yes.
By whom?
bird people.
Bird people.
Yes,
Ah.
birds.
Xanathar Guild.
Is that what they are?
They are members of this, yes.
Is this the
Disgusting
is
creatures.
this the
I believe you.
Sure.
yeah? Are the Zents? Or is
No,
it-
we are the Zents.
You're the Zents.
Yes.
Oh, good.
He
Oh.
like stretches his
Oh.
neck out and shows you the snake and like the snake's on his like arms and shoulders.
Oh, good. I
Oh.
well, that's definitely an upgrade from the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's a pleasure to be in the room with some man of such great power.
give me a charisma check.
Oh, you gotta burn those days.
Four.
Yes, well, You can save your compliments. You're not going to be impressing anybody around here. I know what tricks you might be up to. Anyways, Yagra here says that she had spoken with a friend of yours. So I see you maybe not be telling me whole truth. Is that true?
Well, we've spoken to many people. How would we know who her friends are?
She says that you maybe is talking and working for a man named Volo.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not really working for him. We're doing a job for him, like a one-off job.
So you're not associated with Volo. You just
No, we're under
No.
retainer.
No, yes, we're
I see, a
independent
contract.
contractors. Yes,
Contract.
exactly.
Contract. I
Yes,
understand.
Yes.
I work with contract. That's good. Good. And what would you want with this Volo? He's a celebrity, as he calls himself.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Mm.
Well,
He's
book
more-
writer.
More B-list
I mean,
celebrity. Yeah, B-list.
we're searching for somebody for him. Nobody of consequence, I'm sure.
And the name.
Uh,
Floon.
Floon.
Yes, pretty boy.
And what do you want with this Floon then?
no, we don't want anything. Just to return him to Volo and
That's the
collect our money.
contract.
That's
yes,
the contract.
exactly.
I see. And it's money you're after, the four of you.
Well, I mean,
That's a-
ideally,
Start?
It's helpful for
Yeah.
sure.
I
I
see.
mean, money buys things. And
need to eat.
Well, it would seem that the mix-up that you had caught yourselves in was actually good timing. For me, maybe not so much for you, but whatever the case, we had captured this Floon. Not intentionally. It so happens that he was with our actual target, a man named René.
Renair?
René, yes.
sounds French.
He's the son of the previous Lord of Waterdeep. Had some information for us. But it would seem that when the Xanathar Guild had come to the hideout, they were searching for this Ranier, the two of which we had captured. How they knew we had brought them back to our hideout, I haven't quite figured that out yet. But when they broke in, Floon was not so lucky to hide, but Renyar was. They came in, must have killed my men, and took off with your friend.
Was that Floon?
That would be Floon, because next door to us here, the room over, I have your friend. Well, I don't know if you know him or not, but Renier. And my questioning with him is already complete. He was most useless, actually. So now, I find that you probably have a need, a want. Yes?
Well,
It would seem that you need your friend Floon.
he's not.
You
Our,
have
to be
Floon.
clear, he's not our friend. We haven't
Sorry,
even met him.
your target, Floon.
It's
Yes.
purely money.
Yes.
I see.
Well, we just need to know where we're taking it back to.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were taking him back to Volo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we don't need Renair. We need Floon. And Floon's with the Xanathar people. Is that what?
Yes, well, that's my understanding. Floon and Renier had left the skilled dragon, and my men had intercepted them to bring them back here for questioning.
Got it.
But then the Xanathar Guild had broken in, and it would seem they have taken Floon.
Do you think they maybe thought that Floon was Renair?
I suppose so. They both dressed like pansies.
Well, I mean, I think that sounds delightful, and pansies are very beautiful flowers.
Yes, fine. I like black. But,
Can we just kind of like get to the point a little bit? This is taking a long time, it seems.
I
mean,
will get to point, yes.
Is there a way that you're getting us closer to our money? Or
Oh, yes, I can appreciate your cat friend here, Mog, you said. I have a need as well. The Xanathar Guild is a bit of a thorn in my side. The dock ward that we find ourselves in right now is a bit of our stomping grounds where I like to keep my hideouts. It would seem that they have infested some of my dock ward, which I don't appreciate. I may know, not may, a very good chance I know the location of your friend Froon. And what I would like in exchange is the information for that location I will give to you if you agree to clear out this Xanathar Guild from my dock ward. You get your friend?
How many are we talking about here?
Hard to say. We already took out. There's half a dozen men down there with some dead birds, so...
Well, you saw what happened to us when we tried to fight I don't even remember how many. A couple birds?
Well, your friend over here didn't even have his armor on. He might want to go home and put that on before he goes stomping into hideouts.
I think he just came back from vacation.
By the way, not to seem ungrateful, but how are we alive? I
the
mean,
only reason you are alive is because of my mercenary friend behind me, Yagra. Apparently, you had done a good deed at this tavern, and that is the only saving grace that you have had.
but we died.
You died here. Knocked out. Not dead.
Just passed out, I think.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, it sure felt like that.
Well, perhaps our timing
He's
was
kind of
perfect.
dramatic sometimes.
We cleared out the remaining of the birds when we had arrived. Perhaps you had just fallen.
I blew that one up real good. Did you see?
I saw
Well,
the
you-
feathers for the one.
Yes.
First
Very
time-
well done.
first time
See,
I ever
you
cast that
you have
spell.
no trouble. There may be more birds. You put your cat friend up there. A cat and bird makes sense. He goes. boom.
Have we
walk
been here
in.
for a long time? Like, have we had a pretty long rest? Would you say?
No, not long time.
Just a
couple
short
hours.
rest?
Yes. Yes.
Urstel, sir,
Mm.
Urstel, I'm sure you can understand our predicament. We've been hired for a job to get flown, and we were given a certain amount of money for that. And by adding this job on for essentially the same amount of money, it's really just more work for the same amount of money. I mean, I don't want to seem ungrateful, but I'm sure that a man of your means could bump up our reward somewhat for carrying out this task for you.
That is true. I could also just kill you.
Yeah, he did say that earlier. That yeah.
I mean,
But I do appreciate a businessman. I am a businessman too. I will tell you what. I will match whatever Volo will do, but there is a half-orc man that works for Xanathar. His name is Gramshar. I am almost sure he's in this hideout. If you bring me head of Gramshar, I will match whatever Volo has given you, yeah?
So 50 gold pieces then.
no, it was
50 gold pieces
hun-
then.
a
it
hundred-
was 110
Oh,
each.
100
So
oh,
that-
440
Oh,
gold
Yes,
pieces.
fine.
This math, my friend.
I forget.
110 each.
Yes, Zent will match. I will be checking with Volo, though. If you lied to me,
Oh,
You don't
it's
want to
not
be
a
on our
lie.
bad
He-
side.
He gave us 10 each and said there'd be 100 more each upon our return.
very well. So the same from the Zents.
Well, it seems fair to me. I think that
Sure.
sounds like an honest day's work.
Yes, sounds
Nothing
brilliant.
like dying for 100 pieces of gold.
We're not going to
Sure.
die. I mean, we might. But I mean, we
Right.
could die crossing the street, that's life. Can I ask, and I'm sure you're not going to answer, but what's with this Renair fellow? He seems like a hot commodity. Can
Well-
I ask what's...
You may. I'm actually surprised that you wouldn't know adventurers like yourself getting caught up in hideouts and poking around in places that you shouldn't be.
We're kind of underground, kind of a...
We're also like super new.
Yeah, well, like
Yes,
more
I
like an
can tell.
indie thing,
Yeah. But whatever the case, Renier, it would seem that his father had hidden within the walls of this very city a large sum of dragons. You guys, the characters would know dragons in the city are gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
And it would seem that sum had been hidden, and there is a certain magic item that is the cause of the conflict between these two guilds. That information I am not willing to give up just yet, because we ourselves are after it. And how do I know you are not? But should you become friends of the Zens, perhaps you are not there yet.
Well, if not friends, then maybe continuous, mutually beneficial business partners.
Perhaps.
Well-
Maybe future contract. But whatever the case, Renier is his son. We are hoping he had some information, but unsurprisingly, he's a useless little spoiled brat. Speaking of which, actually, I would not like him in my hideout anymore. Part of your contract is taking him with you. Yes, of course. I do not want him anymore. I'm not going to put him outside of my hideout because he'll probably go get the city watch and it'll just be a pain in my ass. So, officially part of contract. You take Renier.
What would you like us to do with him?
I don't readily care what you do with
Like
Renier.
tie him up to a tree or...
Oh,
leave
yes,
him-
yeah.
Generally,
Yes,
we
sir.
don't spend time with Frenchmen. It's a sort of a policy. It's
Well, part of the money you're earning.
yeah.
Well, we could use them as a meat shield.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Yes, excellent. As long as it's not
distasteful,
associated with Zens, no problem.
Shield of meat.
Anyway, my cigar is finished. That means I am done talking.
Well, have a nice day. We accept the contract.
Thank you.
I'm,
Yes,
I'm
well, I
sure
had
that
assumed.
you'll be satisfied. You'll get a satisfaction survey after the job is finished.
No survey. I
can-
don't write on stuff. But
What are our stuff?
Yes,
get our-
please.
Oh, yes.
we will
Weapons,
we will
armor.
organize with the stuff. Yes.
My orb, my book. My book's gone.
I had a pretty cool earring I was wearing. It's missing.
Mhm.
You know,
I
it's
really
not,
like
it's not,
that one, actually.
Yeah, it's not worth anything. It looks really cool.
Would you have any extra large chainmail?
No.
I think you're
Anyway.
actually a double XL there, Ro.
I go. Yagra was right. It was nice to keep you around, have a contract, you make some money, and you clear out the Xanathar Guild. Everybody win, yeah? Good.
Brilliant.
Urstul, it was our pleasure.
He just stands up, gives you a nod, and walks out of the room. Yagra walks up and just unties you guys and shows you out of the room. And as you exit, you realize that you're in the same hideout that you entered initially, but in that top loft area, as you move to the back of the room, was 3 sets of offices. One in the center was the largest. That's the one that you're in. So as you walk out, you just see like a mess in this top area of like the dead birds, probably like a bit of blood spilled where Obsidian was lying. Yeah, that's it. And you're free to go to. Oh, sorry, no. Yagra takes you down into the lower area and shows you a room in the back that was actually hidden. You guys didn't have the opportunity to discover it, but she takes you back there. It has other Zent equipment, nothing fancy. We're just talking like basic gear that you already have, and takes your stuff and just hands it to you. Sends you on your way.
Oh, did we need to get Renair or?
Oh, yeah, sorry. She would have had Renair with him.
Okay.
Well, Ranair, it's a pleasure to meet you. We've heard so much about you.
Yes, thank you. Who are you?
Well, we are your chaperones
I see.
We're taking you
on an adventure.
on an adventure.
Oh, he's coming with us. Brilliant.
He's supposed to. Well, he said we could do whatever we want, but it
Yes.
seems like we should
It's a
give,
mandatory
give him a
adventure.
chance.
Do you have any notable skills? Can you use a weapon?
Yes, of course. I know how to use one of those. The sword. Sword, yes.
What's one of those? A
The
sword?
sword.
Pen. I think he meant a
I,
pen.
I think maybe
quill.
like a quill.
No.
Yes.
You give me the
Oh,
sword.
you're a writer, like your friend.
No.
Flop, Flon, Flast.
Floon.
Floon.
Noon.
Well, I will need some armor. Yes?
Well,
Yeah.
anything in this
I-
room is yours. I think take what you like.
Very well. And he like suits up with like some basic leather armor and picks up a scimitar.
Right.
All right then.
Well,
It's a good choice, a scimitar.
I think we probably want to rest before we do anything.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little rundown still.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you're not resting here.
Oh.
Yagra says.
let's head back to that lovely pub we were just at. You know, the
The skewer.
yeah,
Dragon.
The skewer dragon.
Oh yes.
I mean, we
with
could go
the-
back to the yawning portal.
with the kobold sweaty ball.
I've got an
kobold
apartment just
wine
like
that's,
it's probably only an hour and a half walk from here.
Oh.
Yeah. it's not too far.
Party at Mog's house.
Well, it's just a little apartment. I'd have to talk to my roommates, but
a legit princess with a fur coat and a crown just walked by behind us.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's what Renair looks
Yeah.
like.
Aw.
Under his armor is actually very royal-looking clothes. Very noble.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's a rich boy.
Yes. Before you... nah, wrong accent. Before you leave, you're going to need the location. What Ursula had mentioned.
Yes, of
he
course.
said the docks, didn't he?
That's
you're
a
in
big
the
area.
dock ward. You're in the dock ward.
I can run fast.
The area you're looking for is just south of here. It's still within the dock ward, but it's a I'm looking at my notes and I don't know where it is. Where is this, Gavin?
Where did we decide to go to rest?
We didn't really.
I zoned out of the conversation. Oh, yeah.
We didn't really.
Oh, your house?
Mog proposed his apartment, which is pretty far away, but
Oh, then no. We'll go to the pub.
Skewer
Yeah.
dragon.
You could go to the Skewer Dragon, or the Yawning Portal isn't that much further up from the Skewer Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, better.
Yeah.
Although
yeah.
kind of embarrassing to see Volo again if we
Oh, true.
I
aren't
mean,
done the job.
I live at the yawning portal.
Let's go somewhere different. It's fun to hang out with the common people.
Oh, yes, sure.
So she lets you know that it's south from here in an essentially what they've been using is the sewer system. So underneath the city streets, and she said that the Zent operatives regularly see the Xanathar Guild using the storm drain system in Fishgut Alley.
Nice.
To the pub?
Yeah.
I mean, food poisoning is kind of adventurous.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, do we need to
Oh,
probably need to sleep, right?
Oh,
we need a long
you
rest.
didn't
I
just
think.
want to drink.
Kind of what I was.
Well, I think we're probably a bit messed up. I mean, we
Stretch out.
literally.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was hoping for some wine.
Well, we can have wine and then sleep. That's why I'm saying maybe we should go back to the yawning portal.
I think we should go to the yawning portal.
Yeah, I think so. I've got
The
a room
wine there is better
I mean,
anyway.
Mog, you can always go back to your
No,
apartment.
we should
and-
stay together. I think if we're
Yeah.
in it together,
To the yawning portal.
to the yawning portal.
Cool. So you guys, you head up to the yawning portal. It doesn't take you long. It's probably about a 15-minute walk from where you are.
Sweet.
And as you enter, it's about midday now. So, actually, no, it would be really late night. Sorry, my timeline is all screwed up. You guys had gone to that hideout late. It would be like midnight or later right now. So, but it is still pretty busy. The Yawning Portal's a big pub. And in there you see Volo sitting by himself having a drink.
Is Dern in there?
Durnan is there for sure. He's the
Till
main-
there.
Is Till there? Let's see. Till, good old Till. You don't see him right now. Yeah, so you walk in. Volo hasn't noticed you yet. He's just sort of like kind of sulking in a corner, having a drink by himself. A couple tables around, and Durnan at the front counter.
Do you guys think we should maybe just leave Renair with Volo? I don't know, he seems like he's a bit of a liability. I think he's going to be in more trouble than he's worth, and we know Volo likes pretty boys. So, you know,
Well-
it can be like a surrogate for Floon, you know?
And
While he's
Ursula didn't
waiting.
really seem to care what happened. It's like
Yeah, I don't
whenever-
think we need to like guard him or
But
anything.
he might have some information. Be
Oh,
able to
you
help
want to
us.
interrogate him? Should we beat him
don't-
up?
No, I don't think we need to do that. Felix.
Well, you guys discuss this. I'm just gonna go to Dern and say it's a dry red, something not sweet, please.
Right, that'll be 2 silver.
Oh, of course, absolutely. The bottle actually, it would be preferable.
The whole bottle.
Yeah, I mean it's been a long day. I died.
Sidian has
you
a
look like
drinking
hell.
problem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's 50 silver.
Wait, there's 25 glasses of wine in them. These are big bottles.
Yeah, it's just like a
Jug.
jug.
It's like the Magnum.
It's like the 4-gallon ones.
Obsidian's like, yeah, that'll do.
For my first bottle, at least.
Yeah.
Obsidian's sort of a
That'll get us
small
started.
framed elf. The bottle's as big as their frame.
I imagine elves can drink a lot, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I think so too.
I imagine so.
They're very merry.
Yeah.
Is that stereotyping?
Nah, yeah, yeah, I think so.
Am I stereotyping elves?
Racially profiling.
Yeah.
Rojo, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling
You had a bit of a rough day.
it's a rough one.
Oh, we all had a rough day.
Well, I was pretty good in the first part there, and then the second, and then that guy whacked me. It was fine, but
It went from fairly good to shit very quickly.
Yes, I
Yes.
thought we were going to do a lot better than that. You know, I thought it was like, 4 birds, we'll just, I'll slice and dice them and you'll fry them up.
blew
and
that one up.
Yeah,
real
that
good.
was really good.
cool.
And, I think I got a couple good stabs in there, but then we all went down. It was really embarrassing, actually.
Yeah, it was like it felt like I stepped on my dick.
Yes.
Is that possible?
I mean, if you're a big
If you
boy
got-
like Robo is, maybe.
If you have to ask, then no.
Obsidian's just like looking at the length of your leg and going,
Mog's doing everything he can to avoid contact with Rojo's crotch. Eye contact, not contact.
Eye contact.
that too.
Must not touch.
Don't look.
Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, I should go for a nap.
Yeah,
Just a little 8 or 9 hours.
sure. What are we thinking with Renair here? What do we want to do
I
then?
agree. I
Leave
mean,
him?
Volo looks like a lonely man. Just leave him.
Maybe we could sell him to Volo?
Oh,
Sell him.
yeah,
I mean, I guess also Renee probably has like a home and a family he could just go back to. You know, hey Renee, you're standing right there, aren't you?
He's just sort of like looking around the pub. Like, oh my, yes.
Yes,
of
hi.
course.
Calliope like snaps her fingers at him. Yes, hi,
Yes, of course,
Renee.
yes. That's my name, yes.
What do you typically? Do you live here?
Do I live in a pub?
No, in the city,
Gosh,
idiot.
no. Oh,
And you don't live in
awful
the city.
place. You want me to live in a pub?
Well, I do, but I mean that's
City.
neither here
Well,
nor there.
in the
your
city.
friend here, has a lovely bottle of wine. We should
They.
sit down and enjoy.
I prefer they.
He's
My
not
mistake.
He's they.
Obsidian, you're Obsidian. I'm Calliope. Calliope kind of like fronts at him, like kind of does
Oh,
that thing
oh
where she
my.
like,
Oh.
you know.
No, that's not necessary.
Right.
It's very fine. Yes.
Pour my
Um,
second glass of wine.
Do you mind if I have
Oh,
just a small glass? It's been a long day.
Oh, Durnan, I kind of whispered Durnan. Can you get like a cheap glass of wine for this Frenchman? Like, yeah, my treat, of course. Yeah. Oh,
He'll give
Durnan.
you a nod. Yeah.
Yeah, Durnan's got one for you right over there, and I'll kind of move the bottle closer to myself.
Renee,
And Durner like send out the barmaid who eventually brings it to Rainier and puts it in front of him.
Renee, how do you know Floon? You were leaving. First of all, what were you
Yes.
doing at the Skewered Dragon? It's a bit of a dive, isn't it?
It is a dive, yes.
Yeah.
Well, a bit of money to spend, really.
Sure, gambling.
Well, have you ever played Three Dragon Auntie?
Have I? No, I haven't. I've never played it. Is it?
Wonderful game.
Oh, is it?
And the
really?
Skewered Dragon is actually one of the better places to play.
Sure.
Good players there. You play anywhere else, not much fun.
All right.
Had a bit of money to spend.
Oh, I bet
Found
you
myself
do.
at the Skewered Dragon, but I saw your poor friend Flu, and I've seen him before. He's a writer, and he was with another bigger, older man who eventually left, and your friend Floon there had one too many drinks, if you ask me. I went over to the poor lad, and we sat down and showed him how to play the card game, and then we left. I figured I'd help get him home.
Sure.
Next thing I know, we're
What were
bombarded
you?
by those brutes.
What were you going to do with him when you got him home?
Just-
never mind. I actually shouldn't have.
Oh, I just dropped him off. I go
uh,
back to my home.
Did they rough you up at all?
Yes, of course they did. Look at me. I'm awful. There's
Yes.
a tear in my shoulder pad here.
Well, my dad
in my
can
nice.
fix that. Actually, pretty sure my dad made that.
Who is your father?
Yarwanar.
Well, perhaps the palace's seamstress works with him. I don't know of him personally. They just make the clothes for me.
The palace, is that where you live?
Perhaps.
You know,
I was going to say, would either Calliope or Obsidian, Calliope, I mean, Calliope didn't really grow up around nobility, she just grew up rich, but Obsidian might know.
I definitely spent time working in the palace.
I believe that you would know his father, who is.
The Lord.
I made too many notes. Yeah, it was the previous Lord of Waterdeep. Not anymore. What is his name? No.
Batman?
It would have been Lord Neverember, but I don't know his first name.
Mm.
Oh, Dagalt. Dagalt Neverember.
Never Ember?
Neverember. And he's René Neverember.
Mm.
You're Lord Neverember's son.
He sits up straight. Yes,
Oh,
that's right.
I haven't seen you since you were just a lad.
You know me.
Well, yeah, of course you don't remember.
don't.
When I worked in the palace, you were always running around the halls stealing the pastries from the chefs.
Yes, it took a few years to work that off, but I'm glad to say now that I fit in my pants just fine.
Well, you were a terrible brat back then. It's good to see that you've evolved.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes, I suggest you watch your tongue.
Anyways, Renair.
Yes.
And why don't you enjoy your wine for a second while we have
I shall.
a team conference?
Awful wine.
It's the best that they have here.
Oh, God.
Just for you, I ordered
Why do
it.
people come to this
Oh,
place?
I have no idea.
The
Of
Dragon
course.
Auntie's not any good. Their wine tastes
Oh.
like horse piss.
I'll take my nice bottle of wine with me and say, team huddle, guys. Team,
Oh, yes.
Team conference, yeah.
Huddle them.
So, Lord de Galta, of course, has lots of money. I don't know if you all would be interested in making a little more, but the return of his son, even though, to be honest, he hates his son, I'm sure would bring us a handsome reward.
You want to ransom him?
No, just return him, safely to the palace.
Oh, sure.
I
We did a daring,
We saved him
rescue.
from
Yes,
Yes,
he was with some ruffians, and we freed him and fixed him up.
ransoming would just take too much time and effort.
Sure, this is like
We just
fancy
present him.
ransoming. Yes,
Yes.
it's like, yeah,
Look what we found.
it's your lovely boy.
I could talk to the Lord, I'm sure, and work us out some sort of a deal.
Sure.
We could send a messenger in advance. Create some anticipation and some hype. And
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Anyway, it's just a thought, and maybe a few hundred gold coming our way, and
Sure.
you
I
know.
mean, it doesn't hurt.
the sewers are not going anywhere.
let's get him really, really drunk.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Then when
Because
he passes out.
Do you know what I'm thinking, actually? I'm a bit intrigued by this whole, fancy hoard of coin that his dad's got hidden away somewhere that everyone seems to be interested in. I'm thinking maybe we should curry a bit of a friendship with our lovely Renard. Good to have. I don't know. It seems like it could be a good. He could be a good commodity.
he is French.
I mean, I don't mean like a real friendship.
Oh.
I mean like a a friendship.
Oh,
You
right.
know.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah. Distasteful group.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we should get him really drunk. I think we should.
Well, then
Huh.
let's.
Oh, yeah.
What time are we gonna? We don't have to wake up early to get
No,
flown, do we?
no,
Like,
absolutely.
That'll be fine. A few hours. And Volo did say dead or alive, so it's like
Oh,
if we get, I mean, we're gonna try to get him alive,
We know where
obviously.
he is, so
But in
Yes,
the
fine.
meantime, we'll.
Durnan, the wine that we bought our friend here, a whole bottle for him, but bring it on over.
Oh my, no, please.
Oh,
no more of that. Yeah.
Only the best for you, Renier. Only the best.
Oh, I can barely hold this down.
You know what? The second
awful.
or the third glass, it starts tasting just fine.
If you say so. It's been a long day.
Oh, yes.
Kinda-
You must be thirsty.
Well, not really, but.
Has Volo noticed us yet?
It's kind of awkward.
No, I don't think he has. I mean, it's a busy tavern, right?
Yeah.
And he's kind of
Yeah.
minding his own business. You guys aren't making a show of anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should just work on getting Renier a little pissed,
Yeah.
and then we can go up to our rooms and maybe relax. And
Yeah. How many of us are Rojo and Obsidian also staying at the Yawning Portal, or do you guys stay somewhere else?
no, we're staying there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But you live
We
off
have an
campus.
apartment.
Yeah.
do.
You got your own place.
Yep.
Nice.
Mom and Dad set me up.
Maybe Rojo can sleep against the door in his room so Renier can't get out. Can't move
Oh,
an orc. You can't
how do you
move an
feel
orc.
about bunking with Renair there, Rojo?
I was wondering if we just were to take him and tell Voholo that it's Floon.
Oh no,
They both
he
look
knows.
fancy. They both are fancy.
Yeah,
And they're both
fancy.
fancy.
You know
Fancy,
what, Rojo?
yeah.
I think you should try that. I think you should do it.
You know,
do you
maybe-
want to?
Maybe he's really drunk.
How do you feel when everybody thinks that all green people are the same people? I mean, all pretty boys
Oh,
aren't
don't
the
listen to
same, right?
Obsidian,
That
Rojo.
reminds
That's a
me.
really
Do
good
you know-
idea.
Do you know that other orc that he said to bring the head of? Demshar, do you know him? Because if he's family or something, we
Yeah.
shouldn't. I don't want to kill your
No,
cousin
no,
or something. It's just
I mean, or
I don't really want to kill anybody.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey,
it's-
Mog, I actually saw an alley
bit
cat
weird.
as we were coming in. Do you know that
Oh,
cat?
Jerry.
yeah, Jerry.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Shit.
It's really fun to take the piss to Rojo, right?
A little bit.
Did you actually know that cat?
Yes.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Do you have fleas?
Yes.
Kind of
They're all
scooches
trained.
his chair further down.
I
Where's
train them
Rojo?
to feed on royalty only.
Yeah, do you have any
Maybe it's-
manners? You're asking if he's got fleas. What's wrong with you?
Oh, well, his manners are the ones that are at fault. He's sitting at my table with fleas. My goodness.
I bet you have fleas. Can I check?
Oh, I probably have fleas now. He takes another big gulp of the wine.
He probably has syphilis.
It's time for me to go home.
Oh,
Oh
No,
no,
I know.
you should stay.
You should stay. You
No,
know what?
stay.
We're gonna
Why?
strike.
It's-
We're gonna strike up a game of three dragon ante.
You are?
You'll want
I
to stay
hate
for that.
cards.
Well, it's only a 3-person game. You don't have to play.
Oh, yeah, you could teach us how to play. We're new, so I'm sure that you would do very well. Just
Well,
drink
I
some
do
more.
have I have
more
my bag
wine.
here
Yeah,
with
more-
my cards.
Yeah, let's have another glass. I'll pour my
Okay.
my fourth glass.
Nice. So you guys do some merrymaking and wine drinking and stuff. He shows you how to play 3 Dragon Ante, which is actually a lot like poker. But essentially what it is like you have the sets of cards. Everybody has sets of cards. I won't explain the whole rules. But basically you have dragon cards that are the high value cards, and you basically have, I don't know what they call them, like mortal or peasant cards or something.
Yeah.
And you're basically trying to like bluff your way into a hand based on what's the table and what you're holding, getting everybody else to go like, do you have like all the dragons right now, and you're going to basically like own the table.
Yeah.
And then as you play, if you have a high value card, you get to start taking the gold from the table that everybody has contributed. So as it goes around, like the pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So anyway, that's basically 3 Dragon Ante. It's sort of like a weird poker. So you guys play a couple rounds of that. Just have some fun. I assume you're probably not playing for gold. He's just kind of
No.
teaching you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take long before poor Renier is just completely hammered, and he's just like leaning on the second bottle probably that Durnan has brought him, and he's gulping it down at this point. This wine is not actually that bad.
What did I tell you? You just need to drink more of it, and it gets.
You are absolutely right.
In the morning, it won't be that good, but it's good now.
Good morning. I am feeling a bit tired.
Oh,
He tries to stand up and just like almost falls backwards over. In fact, he actually does. He just stumbles backwards and like lands on his back over his seat, and he's just sitting there with like the bottle of wine. He's
Well-
like, "Oh my!
Why don't you be our guest tonight? We have rooms upstairs, and
You have a room here.
oh, of course.
Yes.
You don't mind?
No.
Oh
stay
no,
here.
darling!
No.
Of course,
You're-
we could
you're a-
never leave. I mean, you were just kidnapped just the other night. We
I
can't
was
let you
kidnapped.
out. Yes, we
Who
can't let you
kidnapped
out.
royalty. That would.
Yes, it's
honestly,
never happened
it's-
before.
It's quite rude, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
so hard.
And if those ents knew what there was, I mean, if I wasn't already tied up, I would have probably been able to at least hurt a couple of them.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
we
I know,
believe
master
you.
Yes, of course.
swordsman, aren't
Yes,
you, darling?
well, I have my
Absolutely.
what is this called?
The knife?
You would have hurt.
I had a knife.
Yes.
Yes,
You would have hurt your face on all their knuckles for sure.
Yes.
of course.
Well,
Let it be known that Never Remember can hold his own.
That's right.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers! Yes, to friendship, isn't it?
Yes,
nice,
of course.
yes.
And to
Renier,
knives.
Oh,
to knives,
knives.
yes,
Yes,
into
absolutely.
being rescued.
Yes, of
from,
course.
you know,
Yes. Well, and
horrible
thank you for
gangs.
that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, you didn't really rescue me. But
oh,
we did.
We
Oh, we
did.
did.
We actually, we did, yes.
Ursula really wanted you dead.
Yes,
Oh,
you know what?
he
He
said
was
we
like,
were
oh, he had the
fighting.
knife out and he was just ready to
well,
slit
he
your
seemed to be
throat.
more interested in my father's dragons that he
well,
has hidden.
Yeah, he just.
but he didn't know whether to kill you or not.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, the thing is, you know, sometimes people like that want to send a message, you know, one finger at a time.
Oh my,
you know?
not my fingers. no.
Yes.
And it's not like you would know where the dragons are.
Yeah,
Of course.
you don't know.
There's
Well,
no
he thought
way
the
that-
same thing, but
You
my father
definitely
hasn't been Lord of Waterdeep for some time now. In fact, he's making some city called Neverwinter, or some stupid name like that.
oh well.
Whatever the case, me and my father haven't talked for some time. I don't know where his dragons are.
Definitely not.
And if I did, well, if I did, as if he would tell me.
Yeah, daddy problems.
Well,
Well-
suffice it to say, you would be very dead by now if it wasn't for us.
Well, maybe. I do have a knife now. I should be fine.
Well, we talked him out of killing you for sure.
Yes.
He's like starting to like hiccup and stuff, and he's like holding this big ass scimitar at the table. You know, just like not fighting anybody. He's just kind of like looking at it, thinking he's pretty awesome.
Shall we?
Yes,
Yes,
bedtime.
please. Before before I have to use this on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't want that.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Moggy, are you let's try the are you all right to get home?
Oh no, I think I'll stay with you guys.
You're
Just
gonna
it'll make
stay
things
here?
easier in the morning. If
Sure.
that's fine. I don't take up much space. I'll sleep
Sure.
under a bed.
All right. To bed then.
We're gonna
Very
retire. Yeah.
Do we? I assume we have our own rooms, right? We're not all like bunking in one.
Yeah, I think you guys probably had your own rooms.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, for what you get paid, I think a room per night is like a silver or something.
Mm.
It's not much, yeah. I mean, the yawning portal's not like, what are the ratings in D&D? It's like, poor and medium and then royalty or whatever.
It's like a
It's
Super
not a
8.
5-star tavern, is what
but
you're
it's,
trying
but it's
to
not a shithole either. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's got like a solid like 3.2 Google
Totally.
review sort of situation going on.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. So you guys all have a long rest. Renier's just like face down in the corner in his own vomit, and can
Renier.
barely get up. He's just like fast asleep.
All right.
But it
So,
is a new day.
I think
It'd probably be late day if you guys went to bed at like we're talking like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty drunk, or well, he is anyway. I'm assuming you probably slept until at least 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Obsidian wakes up fresh as a daisy because they're really used to drinking copious amounts of wine.
Okay.
You're also an elf, so you don't need to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Elves don't sleep, so you're just chilling.
He was just looking at Renier.
Oh, it's so nice.
Little breakfast and to the palace, or
Yes.
or we could split the party. I could take Renier to the palace, and
Oh, are we doing that right? Well, didn't
think
he
you
just he just said that his dad's not here?
no, but there's always
Neverwinter.
courtiers and help
It's
and
true. He is former royalty.
there, yeah.
Ongoing royalty.
And you know, current lords always take care of the relatives of previous lords, unless there was, of course, some sort of an overthrow. Which in this case there wasn't. It's you know, there's some goodwill, and
How long is this going to take us to get to the castle?
you know, it's not far. I'm just saying that, you know, we could essentially, you know, return him and, you know, get some money.
Let's try it, I guess.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys are
What could
heading.
go
wait a
wrong?
bit. So everybody heads downstairs, grabs a breakfast, and Durden's not there right now. He's probably sleeping in after a long night. But you see, like staff that you see around, just sort of like managing the counter, sending out like ham and eggs or that kind of stuff. So everybody eats up, has their breakfast. Rainier doesn't come out of the room. So if you want him, you can go and get him, but he's too hungover to eat anything. So you guys go down and eat. I'm guessing you go back up and get him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he can barely stand. He's just like, he's in awful shape. Doesn't say much.
Hold out a bottle of wine and say, "Would you like?" I mean, oh, you're
Just
not
like all over the floor.
Oh, it's a good thing it was.
You want me to clean that
in
up?
Calliope's room.
Yeah, it's like gross, Tash.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I think we'll just gather him and
Okay.
head to the palace.
Oh, where are we going now?
Well, we're returning you back to the palace. And,
Oh, finally.
oh,
This bed
know.
that I was sleeping on, he looks at the ground. It's just like the floor. It's like, is this where you sleep?
does your father still have aides and whatnot here in the palace, or have they all moved on to Neverwinter?
And no, well, some of them would have, yes, but
Oh, who manages your allowance and stuff?
well,
Yeah.
it would seem that the latest lord,
Yeah.
the lady Lord Silverhand,
Yeah.
but she seems a little more tight-pursed than my father, unfortunately.
I'm sure that she will be grateful to have you returned. And Obsidian's
Undoubtedly.
kind of thinking that even if she hates Renier, that now she will have something to hold over for Renier's father. Say, I've done you a solid. You know what I mean? So
Nice.
yeah.
Cool. I like it. Yes, of course. She'll absolutely be missing me.
Oh well, then let's make haste.
Very well. I'm going to need some help.
Rojo,
I'll just fireman pack him over my shoulders. No way we go.
All right. So you guys head out of the tavern up towards the northern area, the North Ward. I don't know if it's called the North Ward. I don't have the map in front of me. We'll say North Ward, towards the palace. And at the front gates is a bunch of City Watch. And they would recognize Renier. They don't look terribly impressed that you have him. And yeah, you walk up to them. We help you.
well, we are returning, Renier to the palace. He was abducted, and I believe that.
Abducted. He wasn't drinking too much and playing that stupid anti-game.
Oh, he most definitely was, as you know, and I know.
Well, we all know.
He definitely was, but of course, some ruffians took him and held him, and we've secured his release.
Well, why'd you do that?
Well, we thought maybe there might be some sort of a reward for his return.
Yes, well, you can... Well, give him to me. I'll ask about a reward. I don't know about that.
I mean, if you'd rather us keep him, and not return him, the thing is, I'm not sure that would go over well with his father.
Give me a, I guess, intimidation check. But you can use it with advantage because you know his... Well, you're leveraging Renier's father.
12.
12? Ooh.
With advantage?
With advantage.
Look, when Renier comes back here, we're the ones that have to deal with that idiot. Renier could probably hear him right now. So, what you got to sweeten the deal? We'll take him.
Well, we have nothing to sweeten the deal. We just think that...
You don't have anything to sweeten the deal? Couple, I know your type. Odd jobs, that sort of stuff. You know, a couple gold, a 4-city watch guy.
What's your name?
Neil.
His name's Neil.
Well, Neil.
No. It's Dworic.
Dworic.
Yes.
Sir Dworic. You look like a very strong and formidable guard.
Thank you.
Maybe a couple of gold. You could go talk to, somebody in the palace and let them know what great deed we've done. And, you get a couple gold. We get a few more gold. Everybody's happy.
Well,
sorry about Renier. He's annoying. He's French. But,
he's very annoying.
there's nothing to be
Doesn't
done
have a
about
very
it.
good French accent.
No, no.
Fine. I'll go ask the lady, but I would like the gold first.
Oh, of course. I'm going to hand him 2 gold.
Perfect. And 2 gold from each of you as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
Maybe a better idea would be you get a percentage of the reward that we get. That way, there's some
incentive
for you
great.
to
makes sense there.
do a pitch.
No, I'll just take the 2 gold.
Okay.
Believe me, the reward will be far greater than 8 gold.
Mm-hmm. It'll be...
I'll reach into my pocket and give him 2 weird crystals that don't look like anything.
What is this?
I don't believe in gold.
He's a bit of a...
He's a cat.
Yeah.
My mother says it's a system that's attempted to control the people and is forced down our throats, and it's something that we shouldn't really support.
I'm very sorry. It's either that or a fur ball.
Being
It's a cat.
Okay,
No,
all
I'm
right, fine. 6 gold. More than I make a day anyway. So he takes the 6 gold, and puts Renier over his shoulder. Do you let him take Renier?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And
Definitely.
he walks up the long stairwell, disappears in for a decent while, probably not a short amount of time, probably 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually comes back out, looks at you. It's like, well, I didn't expect that. Lady Silverland would actually like to see you. Or Silverhand, not Silverland.
Well, it would be so nice to see her again.
You know her.
Oh, I used to work here in the palace. It's not a big deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
right.
I don't recognize you.
Oh.
What was your name?
Obsidian. Yeah.
Obsidian. Doesn't ring a bell. Any case, she is expecting you. She's up in the front foyer. You're free to go, and the other guards behind him stand to the side. So you make your way up into the foyer, and there's more guards behind her. But it's a very large room, very intricate. It's a palace, right? It's very fancy. And Renier's kind of off to the side in one of those really nice, sort of leather armchairs, and he's just kind of got his head on his hands, trying to stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord Silverhands is in front of you, very well-dressed woman, very tall, blonde hair, but strong. This is not a woman you want to mess with.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Come here."
Obsidian will walk up and take a knee and say, "My lord."
Thank you. What was your name?
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
We have met
Strong
before. It's been a few years.
I was going to say I recognize that name, Obsidian.
It's a pleasure to see you again. It's nice to see such a noble woman running Waterdeep.
Make a charisma check. And your names?
Calliope Dervish. Charmed.
Dervish.
You'll not have heard of me.
I recognize the name Dervish. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with something else. Calliope.
Hi, I'm Mog. Malian.
Melian.
You
Oh,
probably
with
know-
the yes, the Harper family.
Yeah. we're-
Yes,
yeah.
your grandfather.
Yep.
I know him. Good.
Well, my dad's dad.
That's grandfather.
We call it my dad's dad.
I see.
My check was 18.
18. Very good.
And of course, I'm Rojo.
Of course, Rojo.
Of course, I am Rojo.
Your name is Rojo.
Rojo.
Nice to meet you, Rojo.
Does Rojo see the soldiers behind her?
Yes.
He's gonna make a little hand signal
Okay.
and see how many do it back.
One actually does it back, and you would recognize it to be Hellrock, who's back there. He's like, Rojo.
Roho,
Yeah.
Roho.
He elbows the guy next to him. He's like, "It's Rojo." The lady looks behind her. She's like,
Hellrock's the coolest.
What are you doing?
Oh, I just said hello to my friends.
Oh, you know them.
Well, one or two.
I see.
One.
Anyway, Doric outside there said that you had brought Rainier home.
Yeah. We're both sorry and also, we're sorry.
He
but
said
also
something about a
we know
reward.
We know that, of course, if you were to tell Lord Degalt, about the return of his son, that he would be grateful to you. So,
I believe that he would. He's not fond of his son these days.
Well,
but
yeah.
nevertheless, his son.
Yes.
I think he would be pleased. But we have a policy in that returning royalty for gold is something we're hesitant to do because it just encourages capture and return for gold. So,
we didn't capture him. We rescued him.
and who did you rescue him from?
Oh, this terrible gang. They were called
The Zents.
The Zents.
Zents. Oh, the
Flying
Zentrim.
snake ones.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's two of them. Two gangs, the Xanathars and the Zentrim.
Yes.
It seemed to be at each other's throats. I thought that they were supposed to be partners in crime. They were going to join forces, and then something fell apart.
They're at war, my lord.
Yeah, they're at war now. I can see that. The blood's in my streets, and my city watch is doing nothing but cleaning up their messes.
Wow.
So he was captured by them,
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
no doubt after his gold.
Well, or just because he's annoying.
That is true.
Yeah.
Most of the time, he's getting himself into trouble with his bets.
Well, and I think that's why they're holding him.
Because of the bets. He owes them some money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most
Interesting.
likely.
Well, his own fault and probably his own problem. Anyway, I'll get straight to the point. I'm a busy woman. What I can offer you is some assistance from the city watch. Have you actually considered joining a guild? Are you part of any of
We like to consider ourselves as freelancers.
freelancers, contractors?
Yes.
Yes.
My mom told me that in 6 months I have to join the
Harpers.
No. The Watchful Guild of Magists.
Magists.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a spellcaster.
I am. Do you want to see something?
No, thank you. Not in the palace.
I'm not that good, anyways.
So you're not interested in assisting the watch, something that would help the very city that you live in. You're not interested in helping the people that.
We don't really
are around you.
consider Waterdeep as our home. We just happen to
see.
be here at the moment.
I think I'm a bit more useful as a free agent. I don't really like to be tied down to a, group of.
Well, there is
people.
sometimes odd jobs that we need done that she looks around is questionable for the watch to be doing.
Oh, yeah. Those,
Oh,
see, now,
sure.
those are perfect for free
Yes.
agents.
I see.
I mean, we always, not to offend you and your sensibilities, but require retainers for such work.
Hmm. Well, I have no such work at this moment, but I do see your point. Forget the city watch. Perhaps we make an exception just this once. Unfortunately, I do not have gold, but I do have gems.
Gems
Will you
are...
accept those?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
prefer.
Yes,
Yes.
gorgeous.
I see.
Hmm.
Good.
The larger, the better, of course. I mean,
Of course.
yes.
Yes, who doesn't want a large gem?
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Well, I will be right back.
Oh.
If you'll excuse
we'll
me.
I
wait
would
here.
rather have handfuls of small ones.
We'll see what I return with. And she comes back with actually quite a very small bag. But gems her
Yes.
weights are worth a lot.
They're truly outrageous.
So when you open it, it's a bunch of the smaller ruby gems that are worth 50 gold each.
How many is it?
10.
10
Yeah.
rubies.
Essentially 500 gold, but you need to
Dang.
flip them. I give this to you not only as payment on behalf of Lord Neverember, not so much myself. I find Renier a bit of a brat to deal with, to be honest, but he is part of the family and part of the royalty and the noble history here, so he may stay. This extra sum is to show my interest in such services. Now, I will seek you out. Please don't come back to the palace looking for work, because I don't need adventurers like yourself, no offense, coming around the palace seeking such things. The City Watch holds a high regard with our citizens, and when these jobs do come up, I don't want it known that we are the ones behind it.
My lady, you may find us at the yawning portal. Durnan always knows where we are.
Very good. In that case, I bid you farewell, and thank you again for the offer, and of course, for Renee.
Oh, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Well, farewell.
Yes,
Very
I
well.
do.
He gives a little sign on the way out.
Yeah. Hell rocks.
Yeah.
Row.
Calliope gives a really deep but extremely sarcastic bow and then leaves.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Calliope, remember your manners.
She just sticks her tongue out.
So we'll just leave.
Yeah, she spins around and she says, Renee, come with me. And they leave. The guards surround her and they push back into the remaining part of the palace. Okay.
500 gold. Boom.
Dang.
Wow.
Well played, Obsidian.
Yeah, that was good. That was a nice check, the 18.
Yes, very nice.
I would have just left him in an alley and filled him with fleas.
The opposite part of the city now to the sewers.
He's like scratching
Yeah,
on the way.
from the palace to the sewers. Nice.
I think we'll start wandering to the dock ward and head,
Okay.
and head towards, what was the name of the road again?
Fishgut Alley.
Fishgut Alley.
Yeah, it's
Oh, this is my turf.
Oh,
The
you-
sewers, Fishgut Alley.
Fishgut Alley, yeah.
Meow.
I feel like, let me just check our time here. I feel like this might be a good time for a break. I can't see my
Just
time.
barely an hour.
Oh, just barely now. That's perfect. We tried to do like hour and then break. So, yeah, we're going to take a real quick break here, and we'll see you guys in a bit. I'm going to try doing my outro music. Let's see if it works. Something's always in the way when I try to pause it. Okay, be right back. Hey, we're back from our snack break. That was delicious.
I think we should make an announcement to all
Okay.
the French listeners. We don't hate the French. I'm French.
Yes.
And we hate you.
I just have a. That's true. No, I just have a very bad French accent. I apologize. I was like, what does French sound like? And then someone had suggested, like, Z, like, using that, like, instead of what was it? Like the.
Well,
Yeah,
what is
like-
he stole?
What is the story? Yeah,
Yeah. That
and
wasn't
I
any
feel like
better.
if I used that, I would have gone like quickly to like this sort of German
The
Russian.
German.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted it to be notably different than Urstel. So anyway, whatever. I apologize. They're French-ish.
The French are
I
fun to
mean-
make fun of.
French
True.
people don't actually exist in the D&D universe. So
What?
you're not
True.
actually
No,
yeah, it's,
no.
yeah, it's not a dialect. Yeah,
you're not hurting real people. You're hurting these imaginary,
Oh,
it's true.
I thought the French were everywhere. I thought they were surrendering in all realms.
Oh, Neil. Okay, so you guys had left the palace with a big old bag of rubies, and I need music. This is weird.
big old
Play.
bag of rubies.
Put on some walking music.
Yeah,
Got
that's
some
music.
ground to cover.
Dwayne
Yeah.
can sing for you.
How about some adventure music? Let's try this.
Row ho, row ho.
Can can you sing your Roho song in Roho's native language? In Orcian?
Oh, this is a little too.
Orcish.
Work on it for next.
Orc on
I'll
episodes.
write something for it.
It's kind of
Nice.
Row,
I'm
row,
excited.
because it would
ho.
still just be Roho, right?
Somebody has definitely written out the Orcish language. That is definitely.
Oh,
it's like,
100%.
It's like
Certainly.
Klingon. Like it's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
out there.
There's
Hundo.
probably a dictionary somewhere.
Mhm.
or a-
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. I'd love to learn a couple phrases. Anyways, so you guys head from north to south across Waterdeep towards
The dock ward.
Fishgut Alley. Yeah, the dock ward,
Yeah.
where Urstel and Yagra had pointed you towards in agreement to their your contract with them. So you get to Fish Gut Alley, and are you guys doing anything in between all of this? Like, you can have a team discussion or something. I'm more after, do you get, like, any extra equipment? Are you buying, like, healing potions after getting your asses kicked?
Oh, that's kind of a good idea,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I'm not saying, like, you need it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just reminding you.
This is a
Just in
DM giving
case.
us a great opportunity.
Are you buying healing potions? I'm not saying you need
I
to buy
mean,
healing
yeah, if
potions.
we
Should we
see
just buy
ye,
HP?
ye old pharmacy along the way, fantasy pharmacy.
Totally.
I think that's a good idea.
It's actually a really good idea that we thought of, and the DM didn't tell us about. I was actually just about to say I want to buy healing potions.
Nice.
So maybe we could buy like one each or something.
For sure, yeah.
Depending. They're
I'm
kinda
not sure.
expensive.
We'll pick it up after. You guys clearly have enough gold for it. Can you just write a note, or I'll write a note? We look up the cost of a healing potion per person. I know it's a
Yeah.
few gold.
They're actually surprisingly pricey.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't mind if we see a blacksmith.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can get your sword sharpened or something.
Nah.
Well,
I don't
Ro-
even have. Oh, I have 2 daggers.
Rojo would stop back at his place. He's got a pretty swanky pad.
Nice. Okay.
Except he didn't offer that out to
The
group. To the group.
It's actually right next door to the yawning portal.
He waits for us to go to sleep.
Then he leaves the room.
Lives in the mansion next door.
And he's just gonna run home and like just grab his chainmail and like dust it off and then like put it on.
Okay.
And then
I like it.
he gets these guys back.
So while they're in the ye old RX, you're grabbing that niche. Okay. So you guys all meet back out on the street on your way to Fish Gut Alley. You each have a healing potion,
Oh yeah,
which friendly reminder is 2d4 plus 2 healing.
gonna need it
Yes.
probably.
Maybe. We'll see. Depends on how things play out. But you do find yourself in Fish Gut Alley, appropriately named. It smells like fish guts out here. It's disgusting.
Stinks
Actually,
out.
behind
Love
a
that
lot
smell.
of the what is a fish butcher called? There's a name for it.
Monger.
Oh, fishmonger.
Fishmonger.
Yeah.
Thank you. So behind the many fishmongers that work and supply in the dock ward, their back alley of their shops is where they put like the guts for pickup, and that's reused. That's why this is called Fish Gut Alley, is many of these fishmongers shops are the forefront to this back alley.
Got it.
Smells terrible, but is like kind of dark and winding. And eventually you come across a storm drain, which has a little marking on it. It looks very odd. It's basically like a spherical chalk that's just been like sketched on like that metal cover with 10 spikes just coming out from it. And just sort of like not hastily drawn, but it's not like an intricate drawing or anything. It's more just like a simple marking. And you lift the sewer grate, and you can see that a ladder goes down. I'm assuming everybody descends the ladder. And as you get down there,
The things
just
we
like-
do for money.
yeah, why is everything always in the sewer? It's so gross. So as you get down there, it's like this disgusting stream. It's like flowing along under the sewer tunnel, right? Like you're in a sewer. It smells like it. But it leads in 2 directions. One direction, you see another one of these tiny symbols, but this time it's drawn up on the wall. This one looks like it was supposed to be wiped away, so it's like you kind of see like chalk, like finger marks, like sort of wiping it away, but like you can still make it out what it was, not fully removed. And in the other direction, there's nothing.
Well, I don't know what you, Mog or Calliope or Rojo, but it seems obvious which way we should go.
Oh, the one with the symbol.
Hmm.
Yes.
I'm a little bit disoriented from the smell. It's so good.
Well,
Well, I think we want to be a bit sneaky. I mean, as fantastic as it was to see you last time, Rojo, kicking down the door, it was just gorgeous. But I think maybe we want this time to be a little bit more subtle. Yeah?
He looks like he's ready now, too, with that.
Yes, you look
Wonderful,
strapping.
shiny.
Very
I was
nice.
going to say, that looks smashing on you. It covers up an
Yes.
awful lot of the green.
Yes.
Good. Yes.
Oh, thank you. I think.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Well, should we...
Do we have a
you're looking at me
plan?
like I
A
should
vague
go.
plan?
I should go first. Like I sneak.
think-
Oh, yeah. I mean, you do sneak well. Yes, a plan. A plan's a really good
maybe
idea.
a bit more of a diplomatic approach instead of just
Yes.
Why don't
fighting.
I just pad my little way down the corridor and just get a sense of what's ahead of us and then we can devise a plan.
You could use your little, your little spell that you do with the little message back and forth. Remember that thing?
To send
so
to
that you
Obsidian.
can touch base, with Obsidian. So,
Okay.
if Obsidian's in any kind of trouble.
Just don't read my mind.
Yes.
I don't
Wouldn't-
know if I could.
Oh, good.
I feel like it's a bit more complex than
good.
what I understand.
Oh.
Mm.
So Obsidian's just going. So it's just a corridor.
Yeah. The tunnel will go in two directions. So you guys continue down
The one with the chalk.
But, okay, but you're keeping like a distance ahead as sort of like the scout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the tunnel.
I'm trying to
network's-
be very quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the tunnel network is quite large. So like after an hour of following these signs, you're following these, going through these tunnels, you actually come to a 3-way intersection where a ladder leads up into a stone shaft capped by like a circle metal cover, just like you came down under. And then one of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby. Like the other one was, and floating near the symbol is like this spherical grapefruit-sized creature with like this bulging central eye. Not a beholder, but it's got like 4 little stumpy eye stalks, so it looks very beholder-ish. But it's sort of like a mini grapefruit, disgusting-looking beholder. And it turns to you. But like it has like, oh wait, actually no, it hasn't turned to you. Give me a quick stealth check. I know you're trying to be sneaky. I need to look up its
7.
perception.
God, you need to get rid of that dice.
This dice is
I mean,
terrible.
let's look anyway, because he might just be stupid as hell.
I don't know. He's got
Passive-
a lot of eyes.
Perception. No,
feel
passive
like-
perception's 14. He definitely
Yeah,
hears you.
I was
So it
gonna
turns to you. And it's like, it doesn't make it doesn't have a voice or anything, but it just turns to you and it's like, and it kind of like, looks like it's slowly floating towards you, but it looks like it's, you get the sense that it's sort of like protecting this area.
That's a good guard dog.
Well, hello.
It doesn't answer.
I'm going to attack it.
Okay, you're just going to straight go for it. Okay.
Mhm. We roll for initiative? Or
Yeah,
do
we should do initiative just because I'm assuming it's there not expecting visitors that it doesn't want. So it would be ready to fight. Ooh, natural 20. I think. Yeah, it's not a 10. That's natural 20. Let me turn on some battle music. We're off to a good start so far.
Oh my
I'm
God.
loving this.
Split the party.
No, you guys are right behind him. You probably see him stop.
Oh,
like,
okay.
you guys were traveling these tunnels for like an hour.
Okay.
So
They were only
You
like
guys
a
were
little
trailing
bit
me
ahead.
by like 40 feet or something.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So like you could probably see him and he can make like a symbol like stop or whatever.
Got it.
Yeah.
Make it 30 feet.
If you could actually make it 25 feet, that would be brilliant.
Wait, they were trailing me by 24 feet.
24 feet. All right.
Yeah.
So within shooting range of this creature. Perfect. So it turns towards you and sees you approaching or going for your weapons and quickly moves at you and goes to bite you with its like just this like disgusting big mouth, which is I think will hit.
13 is my armor
13.
class.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Which only does 1 piercing damage. As he like latches onto you, but then like these eyes start moving around you as he lets go and like backs up. And you can almost see them like charging up with something. And then I get a roll. I'm just gonna tell you on like a stat table here or like an effect table to see what it does. A 2. This is the fear ray. So it's like this like beam just sort of like shoots out at you from one of these eyes. And it says the target creature must succeed on a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened until this creature's next turn. 15. Okay, so it's trying to affect you, but like you're not scared of this thing. Can I get everybody else to roll quickly? I know you're next because they're not within combat, but
I'm going to take a swipe at it with my dagger,
Okay.
and then try and step away from it
okay, nice.
right afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
Fancy dice are hard to read.
What? There's a 1 on there.
What the hell?
Maybe that's natural 20 then. That's like the
It's got like a
no,
sword.
because there is a 20. Wait, maybe the sword is the 20.
Yeah, usually if it's a fancy symbol.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
either a
That's
1 or a
you rolled
20.
natural 20.
Oh, yay, natural
Nice.
20.
Nat 20. Wow, that
I-
might be
I-
our first character nat 20 since we started.
Yeah,
I should have looked at this dice beforehand. Yeah, it's got a sword.
Sweet. Okay.
Right.
Fitting. Natural sword. You're using a sword. That obviously hits. So you get to roll double dice? Yes.
So a total of 6 damage.
6 damage. Nice. Okay, so you actually lob one of these eye stalks completely off, and this thing like backs up and hits the wall behind it and just starts like screeching, the other eye's going crazy. That's a pretty significant damage. This thing is not that big.
And I'm going to step back about 15 or 20 feet.
Okay, sounds good. So now we're gonna. Oh, what was everybody's rules? Just so I know my direction.
3.
Natural 1.
Natural one?
12.
This direction.
12. Okay, so we're going to go this direction. So we'll go to Rojo next. You would be within range of this, like shooting range, 30 feet. So you
Okay,
can.
He's going to take out his crossbow.
Okay,
He's going to fire one at him.
awesome.
17 on the dice.
That will definitely hit. Rojo's back.
Rojo is back.
Rojo.
And so 1d8.
1d8.
7 on the dice.
7 on the dice.
Yep.
Hold on, let me check. Man, you put that bolt right through this thing's large eye, and it just like slumps down onto, like just disappears into the sewage below it,
Oh, beauty.
and just like floats past you as that stream. Yeah, it's dead.
Oh,
And
brilliant.
all you can hear.
Rojo is back.
I know, right? Rojo's just like, he's just sitting there, like, all you can just hear, he can just hear it in his head.
Rojo.
Yeah. Atta boy.
Good job, Rojo.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice
nicely
one,
done.
Rojo.
I think it was the armor. I think he needed the armor to
Yes.
feel like
Mm.
the
Feel
warrior
confident.
that you
yes,
are.
you weren't feeling so confident before.
No.
Yes.
I've been beaten up by a bird.
By bird.
King Koo.
Well, obviously, it was guarding something.
Well, yeah, there's a grate above head, right?
There's a grate.
Is that like
So
a-
there's it was 3 directions. You guys were coming from one. Then a grate going up in a ladder, and then off to your left is sort of like this central hub. And at a distance there, you can kind of see like this ledge, almost like a, what would you call it? Like a sidewalk that you could step up onto, and a stone door behind it.
Does that door have the symbol on it, or?
You haven't seen a symbol in a
Okay.
while. Yep.
I feel like the door seems more obvious. Like, wouldn't you?
Yes. I mean, unless the ladder going
Lead
up.
into a building.
Yes.
It's kind of weird to have a gate sewer cover into a building, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's try the door.
Let's try the door.
Yeah, door first, and then go from there.
Okay.
I,
Are you
um,
still sneaking ahead?
Yeah.
Somebody kick it
And
in.
assuming I make it to the door unscathed,
Mhm.
I'd like to sort of examine it and see if there's any traps or any sort of misgivings, or
Sure.
if I'm alarmed by it in any way.
So as you approach the this central area that now breaks off into the different directions, you would notice slits in the walls on either side. Can you give me a quick stealth check? I know you're being stealthy already, but
Awesome. 21.
21, very nice. So as you walk past, I feel like Obsidian is just sort of like being very mindful of what's around him. He sees these
Them.
slits, sorry, and you would hear like snoring coming from both of these slit holes right now. But you make it past and make it up to this landing. You inspect the doorway.
I'm going to use a hand signal to tell everybody to tiptoe by the...
Okay.
I'll indicate there's things in there.
Okay.
I'll do the sleeping head symbol.
Yep.
And say tiptoe. Yeah.
Nice. I like it. I'd assume everybody, like with that roll and him telling you, like everybody will be plenty quiet. You make it to the doorway. Go to check it. It looks like it's plain old doorway, like a crafted of stone. So it's a big, heavy door, but it is closed. And you go to try the lock, and it is open.
It's open.
Yep.
What would you guys like to do? It's open.
Should we just peek in?
I mean, Rojo's good at peeking.
Oh, is he? Do you want to peek in, Rojo?
I'm a peeker.
Are you?
Yeah, of course.
After you, my green fellow.
So he peeks in. Is there a keyhole? Can I look in the keyhole? And
You
No,
see
there
this
is no
orc
keyhole.
bent over with like
People.
a big orc plumber's ass? Looking through the keyhole.
Chainmail's riding down.
So, you go through the doorway, you peek in, and you can tell that it goes through like just sort of like this oddly angled hallway. But just beyond it, as you're looking through, you can see there's sort of like this best described as like a half-assed armory / coat room, but stuff is just sort of like thrown in there. You can see like a rusty sword and like maybe like some clothing, but it's like tattered, nothing of real value. But you don't see any movement in there.
Okay. And then, is there? It doesn't branch off anywhere. It's just this. It's just kind of like a hallway.
Yeah, a hallway into like sort of a bigger room. It looks like. Yeah.
Okay. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of motion for these guys to quietly come forward. And
Okay.
Just kind of make our way down that hallway.
Sounds good. So you guys go into this room, and now you can see it's just like it's not not a massive room, but yeah, it's just like a mess of stuff. It doesn't look like there's anything of value in here. It's just kind of like as people are entering here, this is just like where you throw a bunch of shit. But off to the other direction, the only other area, kind of north of this room, is another longer hallway, and it continues on for some time, and you can see a stairwell going down. But also before the stairwell is not a doorway, but just sort of like a large opening to another room. I'm just gonna draw some of this while you guys chat about it.
And so this large, this opening, no doors, like no doors in front of it. It just opens.
No,
up.
yeah, it's just like imagine like a room going into another bigger room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wondering if branching off to this other bigger room might be the way to go, or at least we can go just poke our head down there and check it out.
Yeah, just have a peek.
You're a great peeker.
Yeah.
Uh.
So far, so
Yeah,
good,
I admire your peeking.
So it is. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I peek with both eyes.
Yes, I know.
I'm a 2-eye peeker.
Yes, I will stay back here while you.
Peeking Tom.
Okay, I'm gonna go and peek into this other bigger room with both my eyes open.
Okay, I'll just explain this for you guys. It might not be amazing for the listeners, but I'm just essentially sketching out the map so they know where we are. But here's the landing that you came from. That's the sewer right there.
Mhm.
And then this is that door that you went through, the hallway into
Yeah.
this messy room, and then into the other room that you can't quite see yet.
I see.
Okay, cool.
So sorry, I missed what the decision was.
Rojo is going to
2-eye peek, the
go
bigger.
peek into the room
Okay, to the further room up.
Yeah.
Okay.
as orcs peek.
With chainmail.
Peek-
He's gonna
peek over.
pork.
Clunk, 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 clunk. So in there, you actually see a goblin, but he's sleeping. He's got his feet up. He's leaned back on like a crappy wooden chair, and he's got a bow with him, a short bow, and in front of him is the slit overlooking the area that you had walked past, that central sort of area that Obsidian had told you to be careful of. And he's just sort of like head back, fully asleep. Doesn't even know you're there.
I'm just gonna take a shot at him.
You're just gonna coup de grace him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, he's sleeping. You could just kill him.
Okay, we're doing that.
Okay, you're just gonna like take his head off.
Yeah, just go up and with my bow and just fire one off at him.
Nice. I think that's the rule anyway. If something is
Yeah.
completely helpless, like you can straight up sneak up to them and kill them.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds reasonable. Let's for fun, if you would like, we could. I mean, it's
Just
a
in case he
goblin.
rolls a natural one.
Yeah. Let's do a. You are wearing chainmail. Let's do a stealth check. I'll make it low. It's a sleeping goblin.
It's 14 on the
Oh yeah,
dice.
plenty.
And then,
I was thinking 9, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you sneak up to him and just like slit his throat or however you do it, and he just bleeds out, and his stuff clatters to the floor.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I check his stuff for
Yeah.
anything worthy of?
He has 1 silver.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Classic goblin.
That's
That's a nice
distasteful. Goblins are so gross.
Mm.
He does have the short bow too, if you wanted it.
Have you noticed all of my characters have just
I was gonna
hated
say,
goblins?
I love how Obsidian is just taking shots at Rojo for being green, but meanwhile Obsidian is blue, Calliope is pink,
Yeah.
and Mog's a cat. But Obsidian's like, ugh, green
Doesn't
people,
like French.
disgusting.
He's pretty judgy sometimes.
He's a really
He's kinda judgy.
judgmental. They're really judgmental.
Yeah.
So Rojo also wants to check out the slit in the, and just to sort of see what is.
Yep. So you look through, and it's basically just a cut in the wall for like these goblins to fire through. Anybody coming down that central path
okay.
that you guys
Sure,
had
sure.
gone past. So that you
He's
can tell that
sleeping on
they're
the job.
Yeah, they're supposed to be guarding. But give me a quick perception check while you do that.
Oh, the slits look at where we came from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they could have taken shots.
13 on the dice and then perception. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay. You can see the other slit, but like there's too much obstruction in the way. You can't really see anything past it. You just like you can see the slit on the other side, but that's it. Yeah.
So I think like Rojo's not great with wisdom, but he can figure that if he heard somebody snoring from the first slit, he's gonna assume that the other there's probably another goblin on the other side. So he's gonna again sneak up and see if he can take out this guy too.
Okay. So are you heading down the stairwell?
He's gonna push forward.
Okay. What is everybody else doing right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna call back for us.
Rojo,
I thought they were right behind me.
Oh,
No, remember you were just going to peek.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know you
would
were
go
murdering.
Back. I would go back. I would go back and get my crew, and then.
Okay.
It was a distasteful job you did. Excellent, though.
So you just like killed the sleeping creature?
He had to do it. I mean, goblins are really just taking up oxygen. It's,
Wow.
yeah. Anyway, after you, Rojo. You're doing a wonderful job.
Okay. So you guys push forward. You head down the steps, and I'll explain the room. Then you can make a decision while I'm drawing. So you head down the steps, and it veers off to the right or east, I guess. And it's another long, kind of skinny hallway. I mean, you are in a sewer, so it looks like this has just been sort of like manufactured out of like where they could sort of like fit tight hallways in between all the stonework and stuff. So you're not in a castle. But it does open up into another room. This one's got a lot of like straw beds. There's 6 in there. No occupants. But at the bottom of this room, so south, is another doorway. But this one has a wood door. And you can tell it's a very thin wood door because from behind it you hear like talking, like arguing. Like, yeah. What do you do?
Well, at that point, I'm gonna make sure my crew is with me.
Rojo, are you planning on barging through this door?
yeah, don't kick down the door.
Not that I'm learning about you, and I feel like your instinct is to kick the door.
It didn't work out great last time.
Yeah, it didn't work out great last time. So there is a little, even though his wisdom is like 0,
He's learned.
he's learning.
Right.
Although his intelligence is -1. So he's
learning slowly.
He's slowly learning. So he might go close to the door and just kind of listen to sort of see if he can hear anything closer. But he would also have his crew with him.
Okay, give me a perception check.
7.
7. It's like really muffled, hard to hear what's going on. But I will say that it sounds like 2 voices.
2 voices. Okay.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh,
What if we back off from the door, and as long as the door is unlocked, I can use Mage Hand to open the door,
oh yes.
so we won't be standing right there.
And then actually, if we stay out of view as they come out of the door, we could do a
Pick 'em off.
surprise attack on them.
Yes.
So, you know, yeah, I think this is a lovely idea.
So if that's the case, then Rojo is gonna go and he's gonna tuck himself behind right along the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And so as they come out, I'll be behind them.
Okay, sounds good. Where's everybody else standing?
Just
Just
so
like,
is there a door here?
No, that's the hallway.
Well, that's the door. So I would imagine standing.
Kind of like where Rojo is. Yeah, so everybody's like putting their back up against
and
it.
Yeah.
tucked right in that corner.
Okay. Cool. So Mog, you cast Mage Hand.
Yeah.
Open it up. It is unlocked. The door swings open. But as soon as it opens, what you can hear is just like these 2 men arguing. And like you don't hear them stop or anything. I don't think they even noticed that the door was open. And you hear the one guy say like, "No, you idiot! Like that table is not going to hold the door shut. Forget the table. Put the bedding under the door. You don't want it coming out from under the door." And they're just arguing about this. And the other guy's like, "Would you shut up? I'm just trying to hold the fucking door closed." And like they just keep arguing about like blocking the door on somewhere in this room.
I'll use I have an ability as a tiefling, thaumaturgy, to throw my voice down the hall. Like thaumaturgy is one of the things you can do. Is like, no?
I think this might be Floon.
Oh, then I don't do that.
Okay.
I just have a suspicion.
Wait, why don't you do the thaumaturgy, but just use it to call Floon? Call
Yes.
him into the hallway.
Or we could use your spell to speak directly to them and say,
I think.
How do we? What makes you think it's Floon?
my gut, my instinct, I think it's Floon.
Why would?
Because they're trying to barricade the door. What would prisoners do? Maybe they were trying to keep somebody out.
Hmm. just peek around.
I'm good at peeking. Rojo he'll go in just a little bit more and just see if he can
Sneak.
sneak. He's gonna sneak a peek
Okay.
With your chainmail
with chainmail.
and your big
and
orc
big.
body.
He's a big orcish body with
6'10",
chainmail,
400 pounds.
and he's gonna sneak a peek.
I like it.
Two-eyed
They are
peek.
arguing loudly. Didn't even hear the door. I will give you advantage on the strength check or stealth check.
I got 14, and then is it stealth?
Yep.
+1.
Actually, I think
15.
you get -1 when you wear chainmail, so you're gonna have
No,
to,
that's plate armor.
is it?
To my knowledge, chainmail doesn't pose a disadvantage. It's plate armor.
14 was enough anyway, so even if you did get the -1. You look in there, and you can see you were actually front and center at the tavern, and you recognize one of the guys immediately. The dude that took a swing at Yagra, the half-orc, the one that started the fight. He was the bald head with the eye tattoos all over it, and he's the one at the back yelling at this other guy who's this like really stocky-looking, like grayish-looking dwarf fellow, but he is thick-looking, like, and he's the one. He's got like this big fucking table, and he's literally trying to wedge like this door shut, and the other guy's trying to like get him to take like this sleeping bag type thing and like shove it under the
A
door.
door on the other side of the room.
On the other side of the room. They have no idea that you're there.
Okay. Again, I'm going to go back and just let them know what's, who and what is in the room, and then just identify the one gentleman as the guy that took a swing at Agra.
Do you think it's Grimshar?
Maybe it could be.
The guy's head that we have to bring back.
Oh, possibly.
All we know is he's a half-orc.
I don't know. He's got a eyeball on his head.
An actual eyeball?
Is he a half orc?
They weren't half orcs. So the one guy was human with the eye tattoos
Yeah.
that you saw at the bar, and the other guy was like a grayish looking dwarf.
And a kind of grayish dwarf. Yeah.
I think we should just try and draw them out and just.
Just take everyone's head because we're not sure.
Well, yeah, and Well, do we want to question them? They might know where Floon is. Kill one, keep one. What do we think?
What if we killed the wrong one?
That's a morbid game.
Well, let's keep the one with the eye tattoos because he's the one who's clearly a member of the gang.
Of
The whole
Xanathars, I bet.
beholder thing, all the eyeballs. It's kind of like the thing, I think.
You're smart.
Oh, I have my moments. I think we should kill the dwarf, keep the guy, and I don't know, torture him or whatever it is we need to do.
Dwarves are disgusting beer-drinking creatures anyway. Like, what?
Is there anybody that you like?
You always seem so
Yeah,
friendly.
so-
before.
I like cats. Cats are lovely. It's, yeah,
That's nice.
That's it. Just cats.
So how are we going to draw them out then?
I don't think we want to. If we're trying to keep a prisoner, I don't think we should draw them out. I think we should just dive in,
surprise
close
attack
the
them?
door, kill the dwarf. We want to trap them in. We don't want to allow them a chance to escape and sound the alarm. I think we just go in and get them. I know that we said we weren't going to do that, but it's just two guys.
Just go two on two and just
Don't kill the eyeball guy.
kill the eyeball.
Restrain the eyeball guy. Kill the dwarf.
Okay.
They're not paying attention to us.
No, they're talking much louder than you. I'm assuming you
We're
guys are
whispering,
whispering.
yeah.
So you know they're there.
Can I not just create a sneak attack against the dwarf? And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
roll with advantage kind of thing?
Yep. Yeah, you guys do whatever you want.
Would you like me to attack the guy
Yeah,
with beard?
yeah.
The dwarf. It depends on how you're going to do it because the bald guy is standing behind him while he's like working on the door, so he's probably like 5-10 feet behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you have a ranged attack, like it's going to be hard for you to sneak attack the dwarf because the other guy's going to see you.
Yeah, I could just throw a dagger at him.
Okay. Yeah.
So while he's doing that, then Rojo will he's going to grapple the other guy. He'll sneak up behind him and grapple him.
I love this. Okay, this sounds amazing. Give me some rules.
And with chainmail advantage as well with my chainmail.
20 on the attack.
Yep, you can still have advantage on the attack because he doesn't know you're there. 20 will definitely hit on the attack.
Okay. And so because I was able to do a sneak attack, I get the rogue.
Extra
the
dice.
rogue.
Yeah. So you're going after the dwarf
The
guy.
dwarf.
Okay. Let me just write down some numbers here so I can track this more easily. I kind of want more upbeat music too. I like to play the creepy music, but now we're fighting stuff. So let's get some battle music.
Chow.
Not background incidental Spotify. Would you fuck off? Battle music. Yay. Whoa.
Whoa.
It went from like creepy dungeon to like you're fighting a dragon.
This might be a little
Snyder movie.
intense for
Yes,
just
seriously.
two guys.
Perfect. This is what Rojo likes right here.
This is what's going on in Rojo's head right
It's
now.
all in slow motion suddenly.
It's like whoo, the chainmail.
Every battle that Rojo gets into is just like fucking epic. It's like a scene from 300. He's
Yeah.
just like kicking dudes in the chest,
Yeah.
Takes his
Into a
ponytail out before, so
Yeah.
as he runs, his hair's flowing.
shaking his hair. Oh,
love
Rojo.
Glistening chainmail.
He has like one of those like a little window in the front, so you can just see his like gleaming pecs, like just a little bit.
Okay, so Obsidian,
4 damage.
4 damage only to that guy. Wow, that music's really loud. Which does do a significant amount, so that's pretty good. So this dagger, like you're throwing at him, sticks into this dwarf's back, who just like slashes around. He's like, he probably thinks that it's the other guy getting pissed off of him, just stuck a dagger in him, and he just stands up ready to clock this guy, just as Rojo runs in, goes to tackle him.
So 17 on the dice, or 16 on the dice, plus my stealth attack in order to like sneak up and grab him.
Nice. Okay. So what was the total there? Sorry,
17.
17. Nice. Okay. No, he's only got zeros. Yeah, so you manage. I just give him a strength check in case he was able to shake you off, but he does not. You tackle him to the ground, and he is grappled, so you're both now prone. This dwarf guy stands up, and he's like, "What the hell is this?" and turns and flips the table that he was trying to put on the doorway, and like hunkers behind it, and takes out just like this huge crossbow. Or sorry, not a crossbow. He has javelins and just goes to throw one at Obsidian, who is currently standing. But I need some initiative rolls quickly to see who's actually going to go first.
17.
Natural 1.
15.
13.
17 and odd numbers, so we're going opposite direction.
Brill.
Ouch.
Ugh.
Go ahead. So
I'm
you
never first.
you see this unfolding. This dwarf's now flip this table over as like a half. For the rules people, it's half cover, which gives him +2 to his AC. He's getting ready to throw a javelin. You can see at Obsidian.
Okay.
And Rojo has currently tackled the bald-eyed guy to the ground, grappled.
Okay, how close is the table to me? He's not.
He's on the other side of the room. Let me show you.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. All right, dope. I can get there in time, I believe.
We're like just inside the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to try and vault over the table to get to him.
Okay.
I want both swords just like out.
I love it.
I want to
Okay.
like try and vault over. So I don't know if that'd be like an acrobatics
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
or
Let's
what.
do an
Yeah?
acrobatics check. That'll be sweet.
Not the best. 12.
12. I'll say. I mean, it's not a huge table, so you leap over this thing, get a bit
Yep.
of air. You can give me an attack roll for
Cool.
sure. You can do that with advantage,
actually.
actually, because he's pretty short dwarf. You got some height.
My attack is with advantage?
Yeah, I think so.
Dope.
You made it up off the table.
That's good because that one's a. Oh, God, no, actually, it's not good. What the fuck? A 3 and a 1. So I'm guessing that
Wow.
doesn't hit with my rapier.
You
Can I
trip over
still
the
use
table.
my bonus to try and get him with my offhand?
Absolutely. So, like,
Dope.
this dwarf, he has, like, this huge battle axe, and he sees you coming, and he just, like, sheet-eating grin, lifts this thing up. You just, like, cling off of it. What do you do next?
And then I'm going to try and get him with my scimitar.
Scimitar, I like
with
it.
my offhand.
He's not
Are
expecting
you
that.
fucking kidding me? Another natural 1.
Natural
Retired.
1.
Retired.
What's going to happen with a natural 1 as you hit it?
This is my 3rd natural 1 of this new campaign so far.
Man.
Each time in battle, this fucking sucks.
He is going to react to that. So he had the battle axe up. You go to attack him like just this hard swipe to get him with your offhand, your scimitar. He sees it coming as you're swinging, hammers you with his the butt of this thing and knocks you prone.
Ugh.
So now you're prone next to a very large dwarf with a warhammer or big, not a battle axe, it's a warhammer. We are going to go to Mog, watching this unfold. You're currently still in the doorway, Mog.
Mog feeling a little bit
War pick is what it is.
inspired and motivated based on her failed attack, but still he's like,
It
I
would've
gotta do
looked
something
cool.
Epic jump,
Yeah.
but also an epic
So he's
fail.
going to use his cat-like acrobatic abilities and just kind of like jump into the wall and then launch off the wall,
Okay.
kind of throwing himself out into the middle of the room and cast his cantrip called Mind Sliver at
Oh.
the dwarf.
To the dwarf. Okay, give me an acrobatics check just to see if you get some height over that table. I'm going to say to get over the table, you need a 15 or higher from distance because you're not jumping on the
19.
table. Nice. Wow.
I
Okay.
wasn't trying to jump over the table. I was just kind of like bouncing off the wall to launch myself into the room so it looked cool. I'm not trying to get any closer to the guy, really. I just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Just
Do
rolling
a
for
sweet move.
rolling for coolness.
I like it.
Yeah. So
Um,
I cast the Mind Spike, which
okay.
drives a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within range, which is 60 feet.
okay.
The
I like
target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Wow. 2.
So you take 1d6.
Nice. Give me that damage.
I roll 1.
1 point of psychic damage?
Yeah.
He just sort of like shakes it off. So you do the 1 point of damage. Do you have a follow-up attack?
No.
No. Okay, so this dwarf, actually, I'm going to do the bald guy first, who is currently entangles with Rojo. He's obviously going to try to break free of you. We're going to do a strength pose check. 12.
17 plus 3.
Okay, so you
20.
are still holding him tight. He can't do anything. That's his whole move action. He's currently grappled. You can figure out what you're doing on your turn, but this dwarf, grade skin thing, just like stands over you. You're expecting him to hit you, but instead what happens is he grows to an enormous size, like twice the size that he currently is. If he's a medium-sized creature, he's now large, as he just like opens his shoulders and he's like...
He
and
hulks
just
out.
like he straight up hulks out, which lasts for a decent amount of size and increases his damage an unreasonable amount. Now he swings his war pick on top of you with advantage because you're prone.
Yeah.
Natural 20. Oh shit! Okay, that.
It's cool. I've got another character ready to rock. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I mean, these aren't like. I mean, they're still like
War
level
picks are
1.
pretty
You know what
damaging.
I mean?
So I just before you do that,
Yeah. That's 12.
12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Shit out.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
down.
I was gonna say, what's the automatic death rule? Like if you double their
Double
amount-
your-
Oh, it's only
Yeah.
if you double it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
She's a level
what
1.
your double?
No, I've got 11 HP.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was gonna
I
assume.
ain't
I'm
no
like,
Yuli.
yeah. Okay, so that's 12 points of damage. As this war pick, just like you guys hear this crush
I didn't even
your
get
friend
to hit anything.
Calliope, and she just goes limp under this thing. She's like, and is now. Actually, you wouldn't even really be able to see her. You're on the ground. You can't see, but you would have heard the bone crunch, and you see this huge dwarf standing over everybody. What do you do?
I'm going to see if I can tap the guy out that I'm on top of.
Okay, you're
I'd
gonna try and
imagine,
knock him out.
yeah. I'd imagine that we're kind of wrestling back and forth, and then just like my strength of the 20 would have got me on top of him or whatever, and I'm just
Yep.
gonna try to choke him out.
Okay. Interesting. Choke out. I'm not sure how we do that. It was that's basically like you're reducing his HP. He already did take a hit from obsidian, so let's call it like an attack. But it's
No,
with
I
your
hit the
hands.
dwarf.
He hit the dwarf. I can also just land blows, right? I can just hit him with my elbows just because I'm on top of him. I just like cheese grate him with my chainmail.
It would
Totally.
It would basically be some sort of grapple strength versus strength challenge, though, wouldn't it? If you're trying to choke someone out.
Yeah, I could maybe do your strength against his constitution,
Okay.
like trying to hold his breath. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just go with it. I might look this up later just to see. 6. I could check his con, but it's not amazing.
He's got strength against
His constitution, which was
8,
6.
19, I got 11.
You got 11. Okay, so you're choking him out. I'm going to say if you can sustain this for another round, and nobody interrupts you, and he fails again, then he's out. But not dead. He's unconscious.
Yep.
Okay. I like it. So you guys see Rojo currently choking this guy out. He's got like his elbows in his throat. Obsidian, what do you do?
So Obsidian's going to. They're within 5 feet of the dwarf, right?
Correct, but
So,
there
yeah.
is the table between you.
So is. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to. Oh, even though she's dead.
I'm wondering, does he still have the same amount of cover now that he's big?
Oh, no. Actually, yeah, he's huge. So he's like that table's doing fuck all. Good
So,
call.
And it wouldn't have mattered anyway because Obsidian's going to run, step on his friend Rojo's back, and leap. Use it to leap up.
So much leaping.
I love
and
it. We're all jumpy.
Leap up and attempt to stab Mr. Large Dwarf with
Okay.
his dagger.
I like it. Give me an acrobatics check just for fun. See how nice it looks.
Natural 1.
Natural
Oh my
1.
God.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
dice.
Yeah, seriously, these dice are in dice jail.
So
Night.
how does this go? You actually
Don't.
jump.
TPK 2 shows in a row. That's what's gonna happen. 2
So-
episodes in a row.
So you jump off of. You try to jump off of Rojo. He moves to the side, and you actually end up kicking this table that's in the way with like full force, which slams down on your currently unconscious friend, Calliope. So now she's trapped under this wood board that the dwarf sees happen, slams his foot on top of it to squish her down as he sees you coming. You can still make an attack roll, but she is now compressed under this wood board.
Does that mean I fail a death saving throw?
On his turn, he'll be making an attack, but not yet.
I'm still going to stab him.
Okay, go for it.
12.
Hold on, sorry, I don't have stats up in front of me. No. That will miss, unfortunately. So, well, not miss, but you definitely land, but his armor is just way too thick. Like, it grew with him. Your dagger is hardly getting through to anything. Like, you maybe pierce a bit of skin, but nothing.
Okay. All right.
Anything else? You don't have
That's
you don't have
it.
your move action. I need a death saving throw from Calliope.
Okay. Let's see if I got any good dice here. No, I failed.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought that was a 1 for a second.
That could be worse.
Yep.
Well, Mog is stressed out a little bit by how this is all going. He's gonna
Flashbacks.
He's gonna shift, which gains him a few HP and increases my speed and causes my foes to always move further. Is that right? Yeah.
Cool. So now all your foes.
Yeah. Let me just read what it says at the end.
Yes.
Walking speed increases by 10, and you can move up to 10 feet as a reaction when a creature ends within 5 feet of you.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And not take an opportunity attack.
Right. Awesome.
So I'm going to cast... Mog is going to cast the Dissonant Whispers that worked oh so well against the Kenku.
Cool. I will just give you a friendly reminder that you can take an action to stabilize a dying creature.
Thanks.
You don't have to. I'm just reminding
That's
people.
underneath a table, though?
Yeah, which is currently going to be further crushed by a large dwarf. I'm just saying. Friendly reminder.
We're looking at 2 fails on death saving throws here, people.
You only did one
only
death saving
failed
throw.
once.
I know, but if I take damage, I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
Would that be a bonus action? Like I don't get an attack if I do that? Or that would be a full action?
It's a full action. You'd have to run over and stabilize her.
Okay. Mog would do that.
Okay. Well, okay. What I forgot to follow that up with is that you're going to have to make a strength check against this dwarf
no.
who currently is compressing
Yeah, I was
the
going to
table.
say,
So
it's pretty challenging with her
Yeah,
under
Yeah,
a
so-
table.
Probably better to attack.
That's kind of why I skipped
Yeah.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
5'2" and 90-something pounds, so
Right.
my strength is...
Can't
my
imagine
strength
you're
is
doing like
-1.
medical aid with somebody underneath a table that's being stood on by a giant
Trying to-
dwarf.
Yeah.
seriously.
Pour a potion.
Triage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Mog was confused there for a second. He really wants to do that, but he,
He was like,
realizes...
He's like,
I
can't move that
lift
dwarf.
thing.
Yep.
So he will cast the Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Is that a wisdom saving throw? 3d6
wisdom save.
psychic damage on a fail.
15.
My is a 12.
12. So he succeeds. So does he take half damage?
Takes on a failed save takes 3d6 6 damage. Doesn't say.
So it would just fail.
Would just fail. That sucks.
Oh, that's
Really? It's not a. Doesn't take half damage on a fail?
No.
That's stupid.
Well, let me
no.
know if it does. We can add it to him,
Okay.
but we'll continue on. So let's quickly do that check with Rojo.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away, because if he failed, he also has to move as far away from you as his speed will
Oh,
allow.
nice. Awesome. Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah. So half 3d6,
Half 3d6. Okay.
which is 10.
10. Wow.
So 5 total.
Oh, 5 total.
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled 10.
Okay, sweet. But he doesn't have to move. Okay, so Rojo, we're gonna do the Constitution/Strength composing check.
And so at this point, do I get advantage because he's like going out now at this point?
I'll give you
or-
advantage on it.
Because he knows we're about to die.
17.
17 will do it. I have a 14. So he goes limp. He's out, but he's not dead.
He's not. Yeah. Okay.
He's not dead, but he just goes limp.
Okay.
Yep.
And so if he's out, I know shit's going down behind me. Can I run over and grab the table and lift the table off of?
You can on your turn. We're just doing the strength check. Because that
okay.
was him fighting against you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So
Yeah,
when we get to that,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
cool,
So
cool,
you feel
cool.
him go limp.
Yeah, cool.
I need Bree to make damage. You just take a death saving throw.
Yeah, I just take
Okay,
I
so
just
like
take a death
he just
saving
like
throw.
you guys again hear he just like pushes his foot down. All he hears is just like, and she takes a death save or a failed save. He will make an attack against. Actually, he's gonna go against Mog after that brain frying thing that you did to him. He's gonna throw the javelin at you.
Oh my god.
Oh, miss is a 3. So like this thing fly past you, sticks like heavily into the stonework behind you, but does not do any damage. But is not making a move action. Rojo.
So Rojo is going to. He's going to. Okay, I'm assuming here, like, I know that she's, that the Calliope is out.
Yeah, I would assume someone's yelling at.
Yeah,
just saying like, "Help Calliope."
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab my little healing potion thing.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna put that into her and just hope for the best.
She's currently
Wow.
under a table though,
Yeah, how do you do that?
with the dwarf on top.
Okay. So she's not
Yeah,
hanging.
like-
She's not hanging out of it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. So
I'll give you a dexterity check. Like, I mean, if there was a table on top of somebody, I might be able to like get under there and force some potion in her mouth. So I'll give you a dex check if you want to try that.
no, I am gonna flip this table back onto this
Dwarf.
this dwarf.
Okay, so you're gonna have to make an opposed strength check against the dwarf.
Okay.
Oh my god.
A mega Hulk dwarf.
So you can also assist someone, right? So give you an advantage. So like if you call out to Obsidian, be like, let's get this big fucker off of her.
Yeah.
Right? Like then you could just use your action assisting, giving you an advantage. So you could do that, or you can both do separate rolls, or depending on what you're doing.
Okay.
Think
well,
about who has better strength.
yeah, no,
though.
I've got the better strength. So maybe what I'll do is just call. Help me get this off of her. Would that be the?
Well, but his turn is after yours, so he can't assist you right now.
You're strong. Just lift it off.
You got this.
And I'll attack.
You
the,
got
I'll
this.
attack the dwarf.
Rojo. Rojo.
You're saving her life.
Is that a 1?
No, it's a 3.
A 3,
God.
yeah. He just like grits his teeth and looks at you. It's
been fun,
like
guys.
you're not budging that thing.
You got this, Obsidian.
You always
Kill
gotta.
that Hulk
You always
dwarf.
feel the need to attack beautiful young ladies. 16 to attack to hit.
16 will hit.
And I also get the sneak attack bonus.
Nice. Oh yeah, because you got friends around.
3
100
plus-
points.
So 5 damage.
Oh, fuck.
5 damage.
Level 1 sucks.
What does that look like?
Oh, yes.
So I
weakest
say,
dwarf
"You-
ever."
You always got to attack the young princesses, and I just stab it up underneath his neck.
Yeah.
I leap to do it because he's obviously
He's
very
too tall, yeah.
Yeah, and then I let go, and my dagger's still sticking out from underneath his chin.
It's just like,
Yeah.
and he just like his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he collapses backwards against the wall, not against the
Not
table,
against the table.
and slumps down. Everybody was attacking him, not the other guy. So like collectively, between everybody's damage was just
yeah,
enough. You
true.
were exactly on 1 less HP, and you would still be alive.
Oh my
Holy
god.
So he hits the ground. The pressure comes off of Calliope, who does not need to make a. But you can use your move action.
Okay, can I
to help her.
Can I
Yeah.
pour the healing potion
Yes.
down her throat?
That was close.
Really close.
Because
Wow.
you would have to make another death.
Another
and
death
if you
saving
failed
throw.
that, you'd
and
be
the way
dead.
I've been rolling,
2
I would have
fails.
almost definitely
For fun,
failed.
let's see. For fun, let's see.
Oh my
2
god.
fails and
This is
0.
just for fun.
Just for fun. We're having fun right now.
Yep. Would have failed.
You would have been dead. Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh,
god.
no.
I rolled
oh
a 9.
my god.
Yep.
Wow.
Woo, that was
Game
really close.
Episode 2. Episode
That's
2.
fitting. I think Obsidian would have
So
been really sad.
it's I get stabilized and I get with and then
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
All right.
um,
Finally, I'm rolling good. Plus 2. Okay, that's actually all right.
I'm gonna collect my dagger,
Okay.
go up to the bald guy that's unconscious.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna cut his Achilles tendons.
Oh my
oh
god.
my god. I guess you wouldn't wake up from that. Like, if you're unconscious, you've been choked out. Would that be enough to wake you up?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
But he's not going anywhere now.
No. Okay.
And we want him
Literally.
awake.
Now we have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
drag him.
Oh, we're not gonna.
So he wakes up just screaming as you cut his Achilles tendon. And he's just like lashing around. I'm guessing like Rojo's just holding on to him still, but stands him up. What do you do?
Well, he's not going anywhere.
I'm just going to change the music.
No, I'm just gonna. I just say to Rojo, "Well, he's not going anywhere," and I wave at Rojo to do as he wishes, and I'm gonna go and search the dwarf.
Okay, cool. Let me just bring that up while you let me know what you're doing with this guy. And he's like, I mean, if he's awake now, he's looking at the grouper and he's like, I recognize you. He's like, you're the jerks. Jerks. I was trying to think of a better name.
Jerks.
You're the dum-dums. You're the assholes that helped Jagger in the bar there. Are you Zent's thugs?
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, well, that's not very
Yeah,
polite.
that's not us at all.
Do we look like thugs?
Inappropriate.
Zents.
Why would you be helping a Zent?
We're not helping
what-
anybody.
No,
I-
came down here.
Helping ourselves, really.
Yeah.
What do you want with me?
What do you got in your pockets?
Nothing. You can have whatever's on me. Just leave me alone.
That's not gonna happen either.
Well, you're probably going to die if we don't get you to help. You just cut your Achilles. You can't walk.
Would you be bleeding out from that? Because it's just
No,
a tendon,
he
right?
can't walk. He's
Oh,
just
he can't
gonna-
walk.
He's just
Stuck
gonna
down
sit
here.
there.
I'll crawl myself out if I have to.
Oh, it's,
Maybe we'll cut your arms off.
See how this is going? It's not going in your favor.
Well, what do you want from me?
I don't remember.
Calliope's gonna like pull herself up and cough up a little
Oh,
bit of blood.
Just a sec.
I think I broke my ribs.
Oh.
I definitely heard a crunch.
yeah.
Are
Are you all right, child?
2 crunches.
Oh, I feel brilliant. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Of course, yes.
Did I get him
Yes.
with my
Oh, you
swords? Did I
did.
before I went out? Did I
Yes.
slash him? Did I
Yes.
kill him?
It was
Yes.
heroic.
oh,
Not really.
brilliant.
Epic. Roho, roho.
Do you see that stab hole underneath its chin?
Was that me?
That was you,
That was
my
from your
dear.
horn. Look, there's blood on it.
It's like my own blood.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh,
Yeah.
well, it must look
He doesn't
amazing.
have anything on him, the dwarf.
Okay.
I just look it up. Yeah, nothing.
All
I mean,
right.
nothing of note.
All right.
Yeah.
We're looking for Floon. Floon?
Floon. Oh,
Pretty,
Yeah.
Right.
I
pretty
don't know
boy.
Floon.
Pretty boy. He's got strawberry blonde hair. He's young.
Prince.
Pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty.
well, doesn't really. What does he look like?
He's
we just
pretty.
said-
Yeah, you already said that. Give me more of a description than that.
He's
Prince-ish.
early 30s. He's a
Like a
human.
ready
Writer.
blonde hair.
Red
Yes,
hair.
reddish
Yeah, we have him
fancy,
here. Yes,
fancy
yeah, yeah.
boy.
Red hair, I
Where?
remember.
Where is he here?
He's with Grumshar.
Oh,
Grumshar.
Yes. And where would we
Oh,
find
yes.
Grumshar?
Hmm.
I could always cut your other Achilles tendon.
Fine.
Uh,
Down the hallway and up the stairs.
Down the hallway and up the
That's the
stairs.
guy head we have to get, right?
Yes.
Good luck with
Yes.
that.
Oh,
What makes
why
you say
is
that?
his head like cemented
wrong with
onto
his
his
head?
body? Is it like,
Oh.
do we need like a special saw or is it like difficult?
No,
to
I think
remove?
you'll do just fine. You should
Oh.
go talk to Grimshar.
Oh, yes. Anyway, let's what will you do when we leave?
Very funny. I'll find my way out of here.
Gag him, tie him up.
I think so.
We can't risk it.
Yeah. What's he wearing? just-
Leather-studded armor.
So yeah, we'll just remove the armor, take his clothing, cut it into strips, put him in a gag.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys just tie him up.
Yep.
I like it. Just throw him on top of his dead dwarf.
Yeah.
Maybe, and put the table on top of both of them.
Okay, in front of the doorway.
Yeah.
With some
Okay.
weights. Put some weights on him too.
I like it.
Dead weight.
Is the dwarf still massive?
No, he would have shrunk back down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys tie him up, gag him. He's just like lashing around, bleeding out a little bit. We'll probably die. But yeah, so you can see at in the room now that you've had a chance to look, there's the doorway that they were trying to block, and then there's another doorway at the south end of the room.
Oh, we should have asked him why he was trying to block the doorway.
Yeah.
We can still ask
he's
him.
still,
I ungag him. Hey, what's your name?
I do have a name. I think it's Zemk.
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 Zemk. What a name.
Man, my notes today are failing me. I'm usually so good at this. I'm almost positive it's Zemk.
Zemk.
Yeah.
with
It
that.
is now.
Yeah. Oh, it is
Probably won't
Zemk.
see
Zemk.
Or no, Krentz. This one's Krentz.
Krentz.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that I've said Zemk, that was the dwarf's name.
Okay, so this is Krensk.
Yeah.
Krensk.
Name's Krentz.
Krensk. Okay. Why were you guys trying to block the door?
He thinks. No particular reason. Just testing stuff. You can go through that door. That's where Grimshar is.
Why were you trying to block the door?
We were trying to keep
Krentz.
Grimshar out of here. He's
Why?
a bit of a jerk.
Oh, what was he going to do to you?
Oh, he was gonna hurt us
Why?
because we captured the wrong guy. We brought
you
back
meant
Flume.
to get
Renier.
Renier, yes.
Yeah. Well, my
yes.
mistake.
Yes, you're bad. All right. Anything we should know about this Grimshaw?
No,
Full
lovely
time.
fellow.
You just said he was a jerk. What's he fight with?
You're gonna have to give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
I'll assist. I'll step on his neck.
Okay.
yeah.
You can roll with advantage.
Oh yeah. 13.
13 with the throat check. He'll be like, look, he's just one of Xanathar's more notable thugs. We work for Grimshar. Grimshar answers to Xanathar. Okay?
Directly. Right.
And that's the guy whose head we need. That's
Yes.
feels like that's above our pay grade a little.
Big time. I think that we might be in over our heads.
Oh, that's
Yes.
the heads.
You know what the problem with gags are?
What's that?
They're just not permanent. I'm gonna reach down and cut out his tongue.
Oh, shit.
Okay, well,
Holy
he's
shit,
going to, like, start
Obsidian.
bleeding out. Obviously, he's just like,
That should do it. That should do it.
You're
And
vicious.
Are you feeling okay today? You
I-
seem a little,
you know, I don't like
Extra
being,
agitated.
I don't like being in the sewer. It's beneath me.
but smell. Oh wow.
his thrashing eventually stops.
Oh. Anyway, let's shall we? You go through this door with the where Grimshaw is.
You want me to sneak?
Yeah.
Sneak peek?
Rojo, you are doing an impeccable job of sneaking.
I feel like we need to work on our fighting game a little. Like maybe we should practice or take some martial arts
Yeah,
classes.
I'm still
or-
a bit messed up, to be
We're not-
absolutely honest
we're
with
not
you.
very
I
good
don't
at
suppose
this
you guys
part.
think we have time for like a quick,
You
know,
have a
short rest.
half hour.
You still
know,
have a
to-
healing potion. Just take it.
Oh, well, are you sure? Because you gave me yours.
I gave me you my. It's all good.
You sure?
I promise.
All right, because I
Well,
think
Oh, you guys can do a short rest.
We
You're
could
gonna
do a
close
short.
it.
Yeah.
We do a short rest. That's probably the best way to
it was just
utilize
be 1
our
hour,
time,
and then
for
I'll give
sure.
you my healing potion that
door's
I had.
blocked.
That you, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If we can do a short rest, just so I can get back up to max, because clearly I need it.
And Rojo's is gonna replay his little song in his head. He's just like thrilled about his epic little.
Yeah. Choke the guy out. I
Right.
like it.
Yeah.
Everybody's good?
Good.
I just realized there was too much silence on the
Yeah,
mic.
yeah.
Good thing we
Sorry.
have background music. Sorry,
Right.
everybody. We all just kind of gapped out for a second.
I was
there.
like, what am I supposed to do with
Yeah,
a
I
short
was,
rest?
that was
Oh,
so
yeah.
sorry. I'm probably the only one who needed it. But yeah, no. It's,
So everybody did their short rest. Or did only Calliope? Did anybody else roll?
I didn't need it.
I needed 1 hit point, so I took
Yeah,
it.
waste. Okay, cool. And Mog didn't take any damage. I don't think the javelin never
No,
hit.
I didn't.
Okay, so are you going through the northern door that's been barricaded, or the southern door?
I think the northern one.
Northern
Yes.
door. Okay, who's going through?
Rojo's an
run me
excellent
through it.
sneaker. We're gonna run with that.
Okay, so
is
you're
that,
gonna-
is that okay, Rojo?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Rojo's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go and move the table and stuff out of the way, and like this bedding that they're trying to shove underneath. Are you just opening the door? Are you listening?
I'll listen to the door and just sort of see if there's anything behind it.
Okay, give me a quick perception check. as
Is
you
there like a
listen.
keyhole? No.
No keyhole.
17 on the dice.
17. You wouldn't hear anything, but with a 17, it would smell. You're in a sewer. Kind of smells worse than a sewer.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't hear anything, and it's worse than a sewer.
Yeah.
It smells worse than a sewer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the door, but stay behind the door, or does it open in? Or out?
No, it would open towards you.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open it towards me, but stay behind the door.
Okay, where's everybody else when this happens?
Behind the table.
Okay. So as you open this door, it's everybody but Rojo would see because he's standing behind. Is it's a smaller room, and what you see, like just like almost like glob out of this room is like this like large oozy gelatinous thing that just sort of like flumps out of there, and it's somewhat opaque. And in it, you can see like bits of like goblin bone and like a head and like their equipment like floating inside of this thing. It's like all like corroding and like starting like you see the acid still just like burning it away. And this like oozy thing just pours out of this room and just like starts making its way across the floor. Not very quickly. And inside that room, you see that it's basically like a lavatory. It's basically, you know, it's just a small room with like a hole in the bottom of the floor. So...
Oh, well,
Can we try and push the door closed and like push it back into the room if it's moving nice and slow?
But don't you think that hole would be a great place to keep prisoners?
In the pisser?
I think we should just avoid the gloppy thing.
Just pop through the other door.
Yeah.
doesn't move very fast. It's moving at a very slow pace.
Oh, should we just scoot past it?
How about you three lure it back towards the original door, and I will run around and check and look down the hole.
Is everybody moving while you're saying this? Because it's
Yes.
like pouring
Yeah,
into the
moving back.
room.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what'll happen. So everybody can move back,
Okay.
and I'll wait for it to pass, and then zip into the room so he can see what's in that hole.
Okay, so it starts following you guys at a very slow pace to the side of the room. You look in the hole. Looks like a whole bunch of shit.
It's a latrine.
It's a latrine.
It's definitely a latrine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I tried.
All right.
So I'm gonna. Can I take the table with us? Can I kind of just so it's up on the.
This feels like I'm harking back to what was that?
What was that character? Previous episodes with the door.
Your big blue guy.
Oh yeah.
Cookie? Uzi?
Uzi. Yeah, Uzi. Yeah.
He's gonna grab the table so we have something to jump on so that we can get out of there without having this.
Oh,
thing eat
you're
our feet.
gonna
Like,
set it
put it
right
on
and
the
step
wall.
over it.
Yeah.
Okay, you right the table, and now everybody has like somewhere to
Footsteps if
jump
we
over.
need to. Yeah.
This thing's eating away at the table at a rapid rate, though. So
Oh
the
my
wood,
God.
it starts touching it. It's like
Let's just run. Let's just go.
You can make it over the table, but it's not gonna last long.
Can
Okay,
we
well, let's
run
just-
this way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just go. Close the door.
And we run into the room with not being stealthy anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, now you're running. So you go through the southern door, which leads up. I'm not going to draw it right now just so I can describe it. So you go through that doorway, and it heads south down a long hallway, which now goes up some stairs and opens up into a large room, which you can see. The stairway isn't that high up. So at your head height, you'd be able to see in there. And in this room is like, it's off to the one side, these like tattered curtains are hanging kind of up on the east wall. Looks like they're covering separate rooms. And in the middle of this room is a very large, muscular-looking half-orc, dingy-looking robes, but he's standing over top of a very pretty young red-haired man who is currently under his foot. And as he stands over him, he's got like this fire burning in his hands, which Mog would know is a spell. Like he's got burning hands currently cast, and he's standing over. It looks like he's intimidating him. He's like standing over, yelling at him. Can't quite make out what he's saying. And you just see like this guy squirming helplessly beneath him. I think that's where we're going to end for tonight. We'll pick it up next time.
I knew that was what was going to happen.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, we found him.